habits that lead you to failure change before it's too late. Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, once profoundly stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This powerful insight sets the stage for our journey today. We delve into the realm of personal habits, examining how certain patterns of behavior can unwittingly lead us towards failure. Our discussion is rooted in Stoic philosophy, guiding us to identify and alter these habits, thereby steering our lives away from failure and towards a path of greater control and fulfillment. As we embark on this enlightening exploration, I kindly ask for your support. If you find value in our journey today, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications to stay updated with our latest insights and discussions. Your support is crucial in helping us share transformative wisdom and strategies for a more purposeful life. The trap of procrastination. Picture this. You're surrounded by significant projects and vital tasks, yet instead of tackling them head-on, you find yourself in a cycle of constant delay. Imagine you have an important report to write, but rather than diving into it, you're sidetracked, pushing it off until the deadline looms dangerously close. Or consider your long-term aspirations, which remain just out of reach because you're caught in the web of procrastination, delaying the very steps that could bring you closer to these dreams. In our world filled with digital distractions and endless demands, falling into the procrastination pit is all too easy. We often seek immediate pleasure, putting off essential tasks, which hinders our growth both personally and professionally. Think of procrastination as delaying a mountain climb. You might feel a temporary sense of relief by avoiding the strenuous journey, but ultimately, you're only distancing yourself from the peak of your goals. This inconsistency in productivity hampers our ability to feel a steady sense of achievement and contentment. The wise course of action is to seek internal motivation. Procrastination robs us of the joy and fulfillment that come from task completion and ongoing progress. To combat this, when you next feel the urge to delay a task, stop and ask yourself, why am I procrastinating? Am I dedicated to my growth in all aspects of life? If your answer is affirmative, then prompt and continual action must be your focus. Remember, as the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "While we waste our time hesitating and postponing, life is slipping away." Temporary comfort might be appealing, but the real satisfaction and fulfillment lie in persistent effort and finishing the tasks at hand, rather than succumbing to procrastination that diverts us from our true objectives. Habit 2 to avoid: overconfidence. When you're facing a new challenge, maybe a fresh task at work, you step into it with a swagger, brimming with self-assurance, convinced you've got this in the bag. Now, confidence is great, but when it tips over into overconfidence, that's where the trouble starts. You start underestimating the hurdles, brushing off good advice, and stunting your own growth. Remember, self-confidence is like a tool. Powerful, yes, but it needs to be used wisely. There's a thin line between healthy confidence and the kind that makes you arrogant, closed off to feedback, and prone to mistakes that could have been easily dodged with a bit of humility. Seneca, a wise Stoic, always emphasized knowing our limits. When you're too full of yourself, you miss out on the chance to really look inward and grow. It's like being stuck in a loop of self-praise, blind to areas where you could be better. Take two colleagues tackling a new project. One respects the task's complexity and is ready to learn and collaborate. The other, overconfident, underestimates the task and decides to go solo. The first colleague learns and grows, while the other stumbles over avoidable hurdles. To shake off this habit of overconfidence, embrace humility. Don't see yourself as infallible. Be open to learning, to feedback. Acknowledge your limits. That's where real growth happens. True confidence isn't just about believing in what you can do, it's also about being ready to adapt, learn, and evolve. Remember that the path to improvement in life often requires us to temper our confidence with humility. By doing so, we not only become more resilient and adaptable, but also open ourselves to a world of nourishing vices. Picture yourself at a crossroads facing the allure of a harmful habit. It could be an unhealthy relationship with food, a dependency on substances, or engaging in detrimental behaviors. Instead of striving for moderation, imagine giving in to these temptations, feeding these vices without restraint. This path of seeking instant pleasure often leads to adverse effects on your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. In our modern world, we're constantly surrounded by temptations that can easily become addictions. This ranges from overindulging in processed foods to relying too heavily on substances or engaging in harmful activities. The quest for a temporary respite from life's challenges can quickly turn into a vicious cycle where the vice takes control, becoming a tyrannical force in our lives. The wisdom of Stoic philosophy, particularly relevant here, teaches us the value of self-discipline. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "It is easier to control at the beginning than at the end." This insight urges us to recognize and address our harmful inclinations before they become overwhelming. Think of it as a gardener nurturing their garden. It's essential to foster a healthy relationship with our desires and impulses. Rather than being overpowered by our vices, we should aim for balance and self-awareness. Now ask yourself, does this habit genuinely contribute to my long-term well-being, or is it just a fleeting pleasure? Confronting our vices is the key to breaking free from the shackles of destructive patterns. The journey begins with acknowledging the detrimental nature of these behaviors, and then gradually moving towards a more balanced lifestyle. By developing the inner fortitude to resist these temptations, you lay the groundwork for a life that is not only healthier, but also richer and more meaningful. Remember, as you embark on this path, you're not just avoiding momentary gratification. You're building a foundation for lasting happiness and fulfillment. Living in perpetual dissatisfaction. Picture yourself in a state where everything around you, your career, home, achievements, even your own image, seems lacking. This constant yearning for more, this habit of comparing your life with others, and the nagging question of whether what you have is enough can ensnare you in a cycle of anxiety, discontentment, and strained relationships. This habit is akin to an unending quest for an elusive treasure. Our modern world often propels us to chase the next big thing, the next milestone, without truly valuing our current possessions and achievements. Such a mindset traps us in a perpetual state of restlessness, preventing us from savoring the present moment. Stoic philosophy sheds light on this issue. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "Man is unhappy because he doesn't know he's happy." This profound statement implies that true satisfaction doesn't stem from an endless pursuit of more, but rather from a deep appreciation of what we already have. So, when you catch yourself drowning in dissatisfaction, take a moment to reflect. Is this constant chase truly leading to lasting happiness? Are you overlooking the joys and successes that are already part of your life? Embracing gratitude and recognizing the blessings of the present can significantly disrupt the cycle of dissatisfaction. By adopting this Stoic mindset, you learn to find joy in the small things and understand that real wealth is in appreciating the now, not in the ceaseless pursuit of a possibly unattainable future. This approach lays a strong foundation for happiness, rooted in acceptance and gratitude for the present, steering clear of the trap of endlessly seeking what has yet to be achieved. Dwell on resentments or unhappiness. Life is a vibrant stage, abundant with chances for new starts and joys. Yet you find yourself caught in a loop, fixated on past grudges, disappointments, and sorrowful moments. It's like lugging an emotional weight, anchoring you to bygone times and blocking the path to relishing life's current offerings. Each time these old wounds resurface, they dim the light of present and future joys. Remember what the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Men are disturbed not by things but by the views which they take of them." It's not the past events that cause suffering, but the lingering negative thoughts that accompany them. Imagine two people facing the same hurdles. One learns from these challenges, lets go of bitterness, and focuses on growth. The other clings to resentment, trapped in a cycle of ongoing unhappiness. To overcome this habit, It's vital to cultivate forgiveness, both towards others and yourself. Understand that mistakes and challenges are part of everyone's journey, but they don't have to define your now and future. Mindfulness is key here. When negative thoughts creep in, gently steer your mind back to the present, immersing yourself in the here and now and the opportunities it brings. By shedding the weight of past resentments, you open yourself to a lighter, more hopeful present, paving the way for a brighter, more fulfilling future. This is your moment to break free from the chains of the past and step into a life filled with potential and joy. Remaining in the comfort zone. Picture yourself aboard a vessel securely moored in a harbor. This harbor represents safety and stability, yet beyond it lies an expansive ocean brimming with opportunities and adventures yet to be explored. However, you find yourself choosing the security of the familiar over the thrill of exploration. Staying excessively in this comfort zone is akin to anchoring your personal and professional growth journey in one unchanging spot. The comfort zone is akin to a snug blanket offering a sense of safety, familiarity, and competence. But, much like a garden that requires tending to bloom, our lives need the nourishment of new challenges and experiences to truly flourish. Overindulgence in this comfort can lead to stagnation, a state where progress and growth are hindered. Reflecting on the Stoic philosophy, we find wisdom in embracing challenges and overcoming adversities as crucial steps in personal development. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, aptly stated, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." This resonates deeply with the concept of remaining in the comfort zone, which often equates to missing out on invaluable opportunities for learning, growth, and self-discovery. Consider two individuals confronted with a challenging job opportunity. One opts for the safety of their current role, shying away from the unfamiliar, while the other leaps at the chance, embracing new responsibilities and acquiring valuable skills. The former, though momentarily comfortable, misses out on personal development, whereas the latter invests in their growth and future. To break free from the comfort zone's grasp, fostering a growth mindset is imperative. Challenge yourself regularly by stepping slightly out of your comfort zone, be it through learning a new skill, undertaking a challenging task at work, or engaging in activities that foster personal growth. When faced with an opportunity that lies beyond your comfort zone, ask yourself, is my hesitation rooted in genuine risk, or merely a fear of the unknown? Embracing uncertainty and challenging oneself not only broadens horizons but also unveils newfound strength and resilience within. In today's fast-paced world, where change is the only constant, adapting and growing beyond our comfort zones is more crucial than ever. It's in these moments of challenge and uncertainty that we often find our true potential and learn the most about ourselves. Remember, as a Stoic, the journey towards wisdom and personal growth is continuous and ever-evolving, and stepping out of the comfort zone is a vital part of this journey. Resisting the uncertainty of changes. You're at a crucial juncture in your life, perhaps at a turning point in your career, relationships, or lifestyle. A change is looming on the horizon, but instead of welcoming this chance for growth and learning, you find yourself frozen in place, gripped by the fear of what's unknown. This resistance to change can become a self-made cage, stifling your true potential to evolve. Life, by its very nature, is a constant flow of changes and transitions. Yet our fear of the unknown often leads us to cling to the familiar, even when it's no longer beneficial to us. While this may offer a temporary comfort, in the long run, refusing to embrace change can lead to stagnation in both our personal and professional lives. Stoic philosophy teaches us about life's impermanence and the fleeting nature of all things. Accepting this truth can be incredibly freeing. Stoicism encourages us to go with the flow of life, understanding that real freedom lies in embracing uncertainty. Life is like a river, always moving, and trying to resist this flow is as futile as trying to hold water in your hands. It only leads to frustration. Instead, we should learn to swim along with the current, seeing changes as chances for growth and new discoveries. So, the next time you're confronted with the uncertainty of change, pause and reflect. Are you resisting something that might actually be a hidden opportunity? Is your resistance holding you back from growing and realizing your full potential? By fostering an attitude of acceptance and adaptability, you set yourself up to turn uncertainty into a launching pad for personal growth and true fulfillment. Remember, embracing change is not just about adapting to new circumstances. It's about transforming them into pathways for your own development and lasting happiness. Neglecting self-care and personal growth. Imagine yourself on a journey, constantly striving to meet external demands and expectations, but in the process, neglecting your own well-being and personal growth. This habit of putting yourself last, ignoring the importance of self-care, and failing to invest in your personal development can lead to a state of burnout, dissatisfaction, and hindered progress in all areas of life. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and forget the essential principle of self-care. However, neglecting your physical, mental, and emotional health can have detrimental effects. Just as a plant needs water and sunlight to thrive, we need to nurture ourselves to flourish in life. Stoic philosophy, while emphasizing resilience and duty, also recognizes the importance of self-care as a foundation for a balanced life. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, stressed the significance of attending to one's own well-being in order to serve others effectively. Consider the example of two individuals. One prioritizes their health, sets aside time for relaxation, and engages in activities that foster personal growth. The other, however, constantly sacrifices their well-being for external demands. Over time, the first individual maintains a sense of balance and vitality, while the second becomes increasingly drained and unfulfilled. To break the habit of neglecting self-care and personal growth, it is crucial to establish a routine that includes activities promoting physical, mental, and emotional well-being. This could involve regular exercise, meditation, reading, or pursuing hobbies. It's also important to set boundaries and recognize the value of saying no when necessary. By taking care of yourself, you not only enhance your own quality of life, but also become better equipped to contribute positively to the lives of others. Remember, self-care is not selfish. It's essential. By nurturing yourself, you ensure that you have the energy, health, and mindset to navigate life's challenges and seize its opportunities with resilience and wisdom. Why do we fail? Let's embark on this journey to understand at the outset we are brimming with enthusiasm, our hearts set on achieving our dreams. We find ourselves hustling, engrossed in numerous tasks, sometimes to the point of neglecting our homes. Our minds paint vivid pictures of the things we'll acquire and the exotic places we'll explore. The first milestone on our path to success is reached, and it seems almost effortless. Our confidence soars, bolstered by this early triumph. As we progress, our initial efforts bear fruit. We labor under the belief that nothing can halt our march towards success. This phase is often marked by early achievements, which feel like a pat on the back, akin to a mother's proud exclamation, "Well done, my dear." This recognition fuels our drive further. However, this is where the tide often turns. A handful of successes can breed complacency. We start to believe that our past efforts are sufficient, convincing ourselves that we've earned a respite. This mindset gradually permeates our work ethic, leading to a slowdown. The once fervent pace of sending 10 emails a day dwindles to 8, then 2, and eventually ceases. We reassure ourselves, "I've worked hard enough, my capabilities are known. Success is just around the corner." This is a pivotal moment where many falter, and it's here that the wisdom of Stoicism can offer guidance. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult." This quote reminds us that the path to success is often hindered not by the challenges themselves, but by our reluctance to persist through them. It's crucial to understand that success is not a destination, but a continuous journey. It requires consistent effort, adaptability, and resilience in the face of challenges. The moment we pause and rest on our laurels, we risk losing the momentum necessary for sustained success. Therefore, the advice for our modern Stoic is to embrace perseverance, Maintain a steady pace and remember that every small step, every persistent effort is a crucial part of the journey towards lasting achievement. We often find ourselves in a trap of measuring our worth against others in our field. Questions like, how does he have so many followers? Or why does the XYZ app support her so well? Begin to cloud our minds. This is especially true at night, a time for reflection, which unfortunately turns into a period of obsessing over others' successes. As they continue to advance, we pause, falsely content with our minor achievements. This leads to losing motivation. A noticeable dip in work efficiency triggers a cascade of negative emotions. We start to question the fairness of life, and, in an attempt to soothe these feelings, we often resort to criticizing others. This is evident in the way some people lash out at celebrities on social media, accusing them of fraud or deceit. It's a rapid descent into bitterness and resentment. Finally, we reach the stage of game over. Here, everything we've strived to build crumbles. We see ourselves as victims wronged by an unjust world. In seeking solace, we often find company in others who share our sense of victimhood. This camaraderie, unfortunately, leads to destructive behaviors like alcohol abuse and moral decay, moving us further away from success and pride, including the pride of our mothers. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote reminds us that our reaction to external events, not the events themselves, shapes our path. In the context of modern life, it's crucial to focus on our internal responses rather than external comparisons and perceived injustices. The Stoic approach would advise us to accept what we cannot control and to work diligently on what we can, our mindset, our efforts, and our virtues. This perspective can transform our journey from one of failure to one of resilience and growth. And here is how to start over. Embarking on the journey of self-renewal, especially for men between the ages of 30 and 65, often involves confronting the question, why do we fail? This exploration is not just about identifying the reasons for failure, but also about finding the path to a new beginning. The method I've applied over the years, and which you too can try, revolves around a few critical steps. Firstly, let's delve into the art of memorization. Study and internalize the 6 reasons for failure we've discussed. Write them down and place them where they're constantly in your view. This act of remembering serves as a constant reminder and a guide. At this stage, an important note is self-awareness. Learn to closely monitor any changes within yourself. Be honest and brave in acknowledging if you recognize any signs of these 6 stages of failure. Remember, encountering a dead end isn't a cue for anger, but for introspection and resilience. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Breaking the pattern of failure is akin to disrupting a well-oiled machine. Imagine throwing a wrench into the drive shaft of an engine, bringing it to a halt. This is the moment to calm down, reassess, and identify the root cause of your problems. The fastest way to break a pattern is through change. Recognize your detrimental habits and consciously choose a different path, one that leads to new, healthier habits. For instance, instead of venting frustrations in unproductive ways like complaining on social media, find more constructive outlets. This shift is crucial in breaking free from the cycle of failure. Lowering expectations is another vital step. As Tony Robbins suggests, reducing expectations can prevent disillusionment and help you find satisfaction and meaning in your achievements. Understanding your true motivation is key. Pursuing fame and money as primary goals is a misguided approach. Instead, focus on the intrinsic value of your actions. For me, sharing my experiences to help others avoid similar pitfalls and receiving their gratitude is my driving force. Narrowing down your goals is equally important. Setting overly ambitious goals can be overwhelming and lead to abandonment. Smaller, achievable goals foster progress and motivation. Finally, ensure that what you're doing is meaningful. For instance, running an online class can lead to complacency, but motivating my students keeps me accountable. Our commitments, tied to our reputation and career, can be powerful motivators. In conclusion, remember that failure is not the end but a chance to start anew, with a clearer understanding and a refined approach. As you navigate through these steps, connect them to the modern hustle, and you'll find that they not only resonate with your experiences but also offer practical guidance for a fulfilling journey ahead. As we wrap up this insightful journey on habits that lead you to failure, change before it's too late, I want to encourage each of you to embrace the Stoic principles we've discussed today. Remember, it's not just about understanding these concepts, it's about applying them to your daily life. By doing so, you can embark on a path of personal growth and true happiness. I urge you to take a moment and reflect on how these habits might be influencing your life. Are there any you need to change immediately? How can you apply Stoic wisdom to make that change? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights not only enrich our community on Stoic in your life, but also inspire others to take action. So don't hesitate to share your journey, ask questions, or offer advice to fellow viewers. Together, we can grow and overcome the obstacles that once held us back. Remember, every small step counts in our journey towards a more fulfilled and Stoic life. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more content that empowers and enlightens. Let's continue this journey together, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth. See you in the next video. Mastery of the self begins in the mind, Marcus Aurelius once wisely stated, reminding us that our power lies within, not in the external world. In today's tumultuous times, how can we remain steadfast and maintain our composure? We invite you to embark on a journey of self-discovery with us as we delve into 12 essential Stoic practices designed to fortify your emotional resilience and guide you through life's inevitable upheavals. Before we delve into these 12 lessons, I invite you to listen to the following story. One day, as Buddha Siddhartha was passing through a certain village, some people came out to meet the Buddha and spoke disrespectfully, and some even cursed. Buddha Siddhartha stood there quietly listening, and then he said, "Thank you for coming to see me. But now I must continue on my way because people in the next village are waiting. But when I return tomorrow, I will have more time. If you have more to say, please come again." These people could not believe their ears. What's going on with this person? One of the hecklers asked the Buddha, "Did you hear what we said? We said you were nothing at all, and yet you don't react." The Buddha replied, "If all you want is to see my reaction, then you are too late. If it were 10 years ago, perhaps I would have reacted, but for the past 10 years, I have no longer been controlled by others. I am no longer a slave but the master of myself. I can do what I want, and not act based on emotions." What are your thoughts after hearing this story? To understand better, here are 12 Stoic lessons to help you control your emotions. Lesson 1. Mastering control amidst life's chaos. Ever found yourself caught in life's relentless upheaval? I'm referring not to the literal storms but to life's unforeseen turns, letdowns, and sudden changes. The Stoics impart an enduring lesson to ground us in such chaos, the dichotomy of control. Picture planning an outdoor event with precision only to have rain disrupt it. Controlling the weather is impossible, but your response is your domain. You can either sulk or adapt, perhaps relocating the gathering or enjoying the rain's invigorating presence. Epictetus, once a slave turned influential Stoic philosopher, encapsulated this truth. Some things are in our control, and others not. A straightforward phrase, yet it's laden with life-altering insight. We face countless scenarios daily, some, like our daily habits, reading selections, and social circles. The Stoics remind us that our contentment relies not on what happens to us, but on our responses and perceptions. It's our interpretation of events that dictates our feelings. So how do we apply this lesson? Start by discerning, can I control this? If so, act with purpose. If not, embrace it as an opportunity to practice acceptance and flexibility. By fully embracing this Stoic tenet, we free ourselves from unnecessary anguish, steering through life with serenity, and recognizing that although we can't steer the winds, we can skillfully adjust our sails. Amidst life's disorder, the dichotomy of control shines as a guiding light, prompting us to invest our energies judiciously and to find serenity in the acceptance of life's uncontrollable elements. Lesson 2. Embracing reflection. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Epictetus. In our fast-paced digital world, where speed often eclipses true efficiency, Stoic philosophy teaches us the value of pausing to reflect. This ancient practice offers a peaceful respite from the rush, reminding us that wisdom comes from considered thought. Every day, we're faced with countless decisions, big and small. It's not the magnitude of these decisions that counts, but how we handle them. Consider a disturbing message, perhaps a critique from a coworker, or a thoughtless comment from a friend. Our first impulse might be to respond with annoyance or defense. But imagine if we instead took a step back to ponder our reply. Pausing isn't about suppressing our feelings, it's about giving them room to breathe and be understood. It's a conscious engagement with our emotions, a chance to explore why we feel what we feel. This pause also cultivates empathy, helping us see others' viewpoints, which can be transformative in both personal and professional relationships, averting misunderstandings and fostering compassion. In the workplace, the capacity to stop and think marks a leader as considerate and insightful. Decisions made with reflection are respected and enduring. In our modern rush, to reflect before reacting is an act of self-care and intelligence. It's a commitment to depth and meaningful connections, a stoic inward journey that shapes our external interactions, ensuring our responses are considerate, deliberate, and aligned with our values. Lesson 3. The Art of Dispassion. In a world full of upheaval, achieving tranquility is a challenge, yet it's through dispassion that we find our peace. Stoic dispassion isn't about dulling our feelings or ignoring life's beauty and suffering. It's about cultivating a balanced mindset, finding calm amid chaos. Imagine watching an intense movie. You're swept up in a range of emotions, yet you know it's just a film. You don't rush to help the hero or console the grieving character. You remain seated, engaged, but not overwhelmed. This is dispassion, living fully and feeling deeply while maintaining inner calm. In an age of endless alerts and news cycles, dispassion is our armor, letting us interact with the world without being depleted by it. It turns potential strife into chances for insight and connection. Dispassion isn't about withdrawal, it's about being wholly present, enjoying life's path without the immobilizing fear of loss or change. To foster equanimity, begin with introspection. Identify what stirs your emotions. In the gap between stimulus and reaction is your freedom to choose, to act, with intention rather than impulse. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Adopting dispassion means choosing balance amidst constant change. It's your guide to inner peace, navigating life's tumult with elegance and composure. By doing so, you not only enhance your own existence, but also become a source of stability for others. As we prepare for the next lesson, I appreciate your presence on this journey. Stay engaged as we delve further into mastering self-discipline to manage your emotions. Lesson 4. The 5-year perspective. Our life's path is dotted with tests of our resolve and outlook, from minor irritations to significant disputes. These events trigger a storm of feelings, but in the heat of the moment it's worth pondering. Will this matter in 5 years? This question is a beacon that cuts through the fog of the present, casting a revealing light on our troubles. It helps us realize that today's concerns are often tomorrow's forgotten thoughts. Consider the issues that troubled you 5 years prior. Are they still as pressing? Embracing this question as a regular practice helps us separate the trivial from the truly important. It fosters resilience and a forward-thinking attitude, allowing us to focus on solutions rather than getting stuck in problems. This isn't just about minimizing worries, it's about prioritizing what's genuinely important. To make a lasting difference, we should invest in lasting bonds, self-growth, and memorable experiences. Asking, "Will this matter in 5 years?" steers us towards a meaningful, balanced life, ensuring we devote ourselves to what's truly significant. Lesson 5. The Power of the Stoic Journal. Journaling, a practice honored by many cultures throughout history, transcends being a mere record of daily events. It is a potent tool for reflection, personal development, and mental clarity. The Stoics, masters of self-reflection and continuous improvement, deeply valued journaling's transformative power. A Stoic journal is more than a diary. It's a space for inner conversation and self-examination. It's where life's happenings are weighed against our deepest convictions and principles. Imagine ending your day not just by noting what happened, but by delving into your responses. Why did a simple comment bother you? What brought joy in an ordinary task? This self-examination decodes the complex weave of our psyche, identifying patterns, triggers, and core values. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, recorded his musings in Meditations, a work intended as a personal guide, not a public memoir. His writings show a man grappling with leadership, emotions, and his place in the universe. Yet one needn't wear a crown to reap the benefits of a Stoic journal. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." In our modern era, bombarded with distractions and information, carving out time for reflection is crucial. A daily journaling habit can lead to significant insights. It might highlight stress patterns, prompting a shift in perspective, or affirm the value of gratitude and mindfulness in elevating your mood. A Stoic journal also promotes accountability. Regular entries compel us to confront our actions and decisions, pushing us to learn from our mistakes and grow. It acts as a wise, unbiased companion, always there to offer reflection and guidance. In short, keeping a Stoic journal is a commitment to self-improvement, a deeper self-awareness, and a life aligned with one's beliefs and values. Lesson 6. Turning obstacles into stepping stones. Obstacles do not block the path, they are the path, echoes the timeless Stoic belief guiding today's lesson on transforming challenges from barriers to bridges for personal growth. Imagine life's unpredictable nature, filled with challenges from personal conflicts to worldwide issues. These are not mere interruptions but integral parts of our journey. What if we saw these not as burdens, but as cloaked chances for discovery? The Stoics, masters of understanding life's trials, teach us that our power lies in interpretation and reaction, not in the events themselves. This shift in view morphs setbacks into lessons for advancement. Marcus Aurelius said it best, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Each challenge is a call to progress should we accept it as a chance to evolve. Picture a river confronting a boulder. It doesn't stop. It reroutes, reshapes, or even reshapes the obstacle, using it to alter its course. Our life's challenges, similarly, can redirect us to unexpected, rewarding paths. Consider job loss. It's a blow, but also a gateway to new careers, skill building, or starting a venture. The end of a relationship can pave the way for introspection, growth, and deeper future bonds. Embracing this Stoic approach builds resilience. Viewing challenges as opportunities makes us flexible and ready to face adversity. Instead of "why me," we ask, "What can this teach me?" This isn't about seeking out trouble or belittling real struggles, but about spotting the hidden prospects in each challenge. With optimism, patience, and perseverance, we can cultivate these seeds, turning obstacles into milestones on our path to wisdom and satisfaction. Lesson 7. Practice gratitude. Have you ever pondered on what truly enriches your life and brings a sense of fulfillment? Gratitude stands out as a shining thread in the complex tapestry of emotions, weaving joy, contentment, and clarity into our lives. The Stoics, masters of wisdom, preached the deliberate nurturing of gratitude as a daily refuge, grounding us in recognizing life's blessings. More than just saying thanks, gratitude is a deep appreciation for the myriad factors, moments, and people that enhance our existence. It encourages us to see beauty in the mundane, learn from hardships, and value the fleeting nature of each moment, making it priceless. Seneca, the celebrated Stoic philosopher, said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future." This epitomizes gratitude, being firmly planted in the now, relishing each meeting, experience, and interaction. Consider the overlooked simple pleasures, the sun's warmth on a cool day, laughter's melody, a meal with loved ones, or the breath we take. Recognizing and valuing these moments magnifies their beauty and importance in our lives. Gratitude also balances our tendency to dwell on what's missing, unmet wants, or future worries. Shifting our gaze to our fortunes, not our shortcomings, breeds contentment, reduces envy, and boosts our well-being. Practicing gratitude could be as simple as daily, reflecting on 3 things you're grateful for. This habit can transform your outlook, making you more receptive to life's offerings and more resilient in tough times. Furthermore, gratitude strengthens connections. Thanking others for their kindness, support, or love deepens relationships, fosters respect, and creates a cycle of generosity and warmth. In a world obsessed with more stuff, achievements, desires, gratitude is a subtle reminder of our existing abundance. It invites us to cherish the now, wholeheartedly engage with life, and walk through it with a heart full of gratitude. Lesson 8. Avoid negative thinking. Picture this. You're caught in a whirlwind of challenges, each one seemingly more daunting than the last. It's in these moments that our thoughts can become our greatest adversaries, leading us down a path of anger and frustration. But here's a Stoic secret for you. The power to control your emotions lies in steering clear of negative thinking. Imagine standing at a crossroads, where one path is shrouded in the shadows of stress and discouragement, while the other is bathed in the light of positivity and resilience. The Stoics teach us to choose the latter, to embrace a mindset that not only acknowledges reality, but also seeks constructive solutions. It's about telling yourself, "I've got this," even when the odds seem stacked against you. This shift towards positive thinking is not just a feel-good mantra, it's a practical tool to master your emotions. Remember the words of the great Stoic philosopher Seneca, who said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This profound statement encapsulates the essence of our lesson. It's not the events themselves that disturb us, but our interpretation of them. By adopting a Stoic perspective, you learn to view challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and learning. So, dear listener, as you navigate the ebbs and flows of life, remember that the key to emotional control is in your hands. Embrace positivity, seek solutions, and let the wisdom of Stoicism guide you towards a serene and resilient spirit. This is not just a lesson, it's a journey towards mastering the art of living well. Lesson 9. Keep yourself busy. In the realm of Stoicism, the art of controlling one's emotions is not just about suppression, but about channeling them through constructive activities. This principle is vividly captured in our 9th lesson. Keep yourself busy. The Stoic philosophers, like Seneca, often emphasize the importance of engaging in tasks that not only occupy the mind, but also enrich the soul. True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future, Seneca once said, reminding us that the focus on the present task can be a powerful antidote to emotional turmoil. When faced with situations that stir anger or frustration, the immediate reaction might be to confront these emotions head-on. However, Stoicism teaches us a different path, one of strategic distraction and mindful engagement. By immersing yourself in activities that are both interesting and enjoyable, you create a mental space where anger can subside and rationality can take its place. This isn't about running away from your problems, but rather giving yourself the time and clarity needed to approach them with a calm and composed mind. In our modern, fast-paced world, this lesson is particularly relevant. We often find ourselves in high-stress environments, where the immediate response to challenges is emotional reactivity. By adopting this Stoic lesson, we learn to redirect our energy towards productive endeavors, be it a hobby, a work project, or even simple acts of kindness. This shift not only helps in managing our emotions but also contributes to our personal and professional growth. In essence, keeping yourself busy, as per Stoic teachings, is about finding balance. It's about recognizing that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. By engaging in meaningful activities, we not only keep our emotions in check but also cultivate a sense of purpose and fulfillment. This is the Stoic secret to emotional resilience, a lesson that resonates deeply with men who strive to navigate the complexities of life with a serene mind and a resilient spirit. Lesson 10. Stay calm in all situations. Anger, like a storm, can sweep you off your feet, leading to irritability and, worse, causing harm to others. It's a powerful emotion that can cloud your judgment. So, when life throws challenges your way, remember to anchor yourself in calmness. This isn't just about suppressing your emotions, it's about understanding them and navigating through them with a clear mind. Let's consider a notable quote from the Stoic philosopher Seneca. "The best remedy for anger is delay." This wisdom reminds us that taking a moment to pause can transform our perspective on the situation. It's in this pause that we find clarity and the ability to approach problems effectively, avoiding the negative consequences that often follow hasty reactions. Imagine you're facing a difficult situation. Instead of reacting immediately, take a deep breath. Envision yourself as a mountain, unshaken by the winds of emotion. This imagery is powerful in helping us understand the essence of Stoic calmness. It's not about being emotionless, it's about being in control of your emotions. Now let me share a story from the life of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. He was known for his unshakable calmness even in the face of adversity. Once, while teaching, he was interrupted by a student's outburst. Instead of reacting with anger, Epictetus calmly addressed the student, using the interruption as a teaching moment about self-control and patience. This story exemplifies the Stoic ideal of transforming challenges into opportunities for personal growth. Lesson 11. Learn to reassess. Picture this: you're engulfed in a wave of anger, so intense that it spirals out of control, leading to irreversible outcomes. Maybe it's a friendship that crumbled, or an opportunity that slipped away, all because emotions held the reins. It's a common scenario, one that each of us might have faced at some point, but here's a Stoic secret. Pause and ponder over those moments of intense emotion. Ask yourself, was the anger justified to the extent that it caused such significant consequences? This introspection is not just about regret, it's a powerful tool for growth. By reflecting on our reactions and their outcomes, we learn to handle similar situations with more grace and thoughtfulness in the future. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote resonates deeply with our lesson today. It reminds us that while we can't control external events, we have the power to control our reactions to them. The next time you find yourself in the throes of strong emotions, remember this lesson. Take a step back, reassess the situation, and ask yourself if the emotion is worth the potential consequences. This practice of reassessment is not just about avoiding negative outcomes, it's about cultivating a mindset that values thoughtful responses over impulsive reactions. It's about learning to navigate life's turbulent waters with a serene mind and a resilient spirit, embodying the true essence of Stoicism. Lesson 12. Learn to release emotions. In the pursuit of mastering our emotions as Stoics, we recognize that suppressing emotions excessively can be detrimental to our health. It's crucial to learn the art of releasing emotions before they escalate into anger. Sharing your feelings with trusted individuals like family and friends is a fundamental step. This act of vulnerability not only alleviates stress, but also rekindles joy in our lives. For those who find it challenging to express themselves openly, maintaining a habit of journaling negative emotions can be a therapeutic alternative. By writing down your frustrations, you're symbolically releasing the pent-up anger, allowing for a clearer understanding of your emotional landscape upon reflection. In moments of rising irritation, recall joyful memories or amusing anecdotes, or perhaps engage in the simple act of drinking something cold. These seemingly small actions can significantly diminish feelings of anger, aiding in better emotional regulation. Regular physical exercise is another cornerstone of emotional well-being. It not only bolsters physical strength, but also enhances mental health, acting as a bulwark against stress and consequently, uncontrolled emotions. In our fast-paced modern life, depression looms as a common threat. Yet, with lifestyle adjustments, this condition can be kept at bay. Interestingly, the use of massage chairs has been found to be beneficial in this regard. Massage stimulates the production of happiness hormones like serotonin, dopamine, and endorphins. Research indicates that adults using a massage chair for 15 minutes twice a week over 5 weeks experience an increase in delta waves, which are associated with deeper sleep and a more relaxed spirit. This, in turn, reduces stress-causing beta waves, leading to enhanced comfort, diminished anger, and improved emotional control. Lastly, engaging in meditation activities can be profoundly effective. Stress and anxiety are frequent precursors to outbursts of anger. Meditation fosters tranquility and enhances our ability to manage emotions. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." Those who succumb to anger lose not only their composure, but also the opportunity to build meaningful relationships. Mastering one's emotions is not just about self-control. It's about nurturing connections and thriving in our social environments. In summary, the journey to control emotions is multifaceted, intertwining the wisdom of Stoicism with practical modern-day strategies. It's about finding balance, understanding oneself, and transforming challenges into opportunities for growth and connection. The busy life and numerous pressures make mental health care solutions and stress reduction more important than ever. If you have tried stress reduction measures recommended by modern medicine, but have not achieved the desired effect, you might consider learning about a stress reduction method over 2,000 years old from Stoicism. Epictetus, a renowned philosopher of Stoicism, once recounted his own stress reduction method as follows. "Yesterday, I placed an iron lamp beside the household gods, and upon hearing an unusual noise, I quickly ran to the window only to find that the lamp was no longer there. I reflected that the thief had let himself be led by a feeling he thought was justified. What was my conclusion? Tomorrow I will buy a lamp made of clay. I lost the lamp because the thief's vigilance was greater than mine. But for a lamp he became a thief. For a lamp he abandoned his morals. For a lamp he turned violent. He bought the lamp at too high a price." In life, there are many unfortunate or undesired events, and the story of Epictetus losing his lamp is an example. Instead of letting anger or sorrow overwhelm his mind as most people would react, he reduced stress by refusing to nurture negative emotions. He understood that these emotions were unhelpful, the lamp would not return, and even harmful to the soul. Next, he would calmly acknowledge and recount the incident accurately. This method of stress reduction is quite similar to modern psychological research. Reinterpreting a situation from a new perspective is an important component in managing emotions and anger. He drew rational conclusions. What was lost could be easily replaced. To avoid a repeat of the incident, he should buy a cheaper lamp, made of clay instead of iron, and not worth fighting over with a professional thief in a contest of vigilance. The thief was stronger than me. Clarifying the control between what can and cannot be done helped the philosopher feel more at ease and effectively reduced stress immediately. In the same story about Epictetus losing his lamp mentioned above, He quickly reduces stress by not blaming the thief, representing the undesirable aspects of life. But the philosopher also does not condone this wrongful act. Instead, he rationalizes its cause and forgives. Similarly, Christianity teaches that hate the sin, not the sinner. Epictetus concludes that the thief had to exchange the lamp at the price of becoming a thief, breaking faith, or becoming a brute. Therefore, a lamp is too low a price. The ancient Greeks had the concept of amathia, ignorance, to explain wrong actions stemming from a lack of proper understanding. Understanding this concept, the philosopher sees the thief's bad deed as a mistake, thereby empathizing and helping if possible, instead of condemning him as a bad person. Seneca, a philosopher from the Stoic school, once shared his secret to reducing stress in a letter to a friend. Take a deep breath and walk around when you first feel uncontrollable anger rising, which he described as a kind of temporary madness. He also shared that regular physical exercise is very beneficial for stress reduction, even in old age, as it not only keeps the body slim but also soothes the mind. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus also advised their students to remember simple, concise phrases in their heads and to chant these when needing to reduce stress, such as repeatedly saying endure or not endure. It's remarkable that thousands of years later, psychology experts have come to the same conclusions through structured scientific stress reduction research. The American Psychological Association, APA, recommends that those looking to reduce stress should practice a series of relaxation techniques including deep breathing from the diaphragm, not the chest, combined with a few simple and meaningful phrases. You can also imagine a scene that makes you feel peaceful or satisfied and perform some light exercises, like yoga, to reduce stress. Once again, we must be amazed at how ancient wisdom and modern science in stress reduction share such similar viewpoints. Experts from the American Psychological Association, as well as Stoic philosophers, advise that another important stress reduction method is not to be too harsh on ourselves, because we can't solve everything. The stress reduction methods from ancient to modern times encourage us to, instead of focusing on finding solutions, calmly assess the entire situation and try to handle it to the best of our ability. We should strive our best for our goals. However, whether we actually succeed or not is not within our control, as it depends on many other factors beyond our own will. Epictetus once humorously said to reduce stress, "If I must die immediately, then I am ready. If not, then I will go to dinner, because it is dinner time already." Modern psychologists like Bill Irvine respond to criticisms with a joke. "Oh, you think the essay I wrote was fundamentally off topic? That's because you haven't read the one my mother wrote." However, the APA also advises us to use humor wisely, to reduce stress. We should not mock ourselves, or worse, others, in the face of our problems, nor should we cross the fine line between humor and sarcasm. Arrogant and contemptuous reactions like sarcasm are rarely effective and certainly do not help in reducing stress but rather contribute to increasing tension. Stoic philosophers make a clear distinction between two concepts: solitude, being alone, and isolation, having no support. This is very important in dialoguing with oneself and reducing stress. Epictetus believed that there is nothing pessimistic about feeling lonely, as it is a factual nature of life. Each person is an independent individual. A person is not isolated just because they are alone, just as not everyone in a crowd necessarily feels connected. Since the nature of each person is to be solitary, we have no reason to be ashamed of our solitude to a certain extent. Accept this solitude and learn to communicate with yourself to overcome and recover. You may be alone during some difficult stages of life, but that does not mean you are powerless in reducing stress and solving life situations. In life, no one can predict risks. I hope that these ancient Stoic methods can help you somewhat reduce stress amid modern life. Strive for better emotional balance to enjoy the finer values of life more, my friend. As we conclude our exploration of the 12 Stoic lessons to control our emotions, I invite you to reflect on how these timeless principles can be woven into the fabric of your daily life. Stoicism is not just a philosophy to be studied, it is a practice to be lived. Challenge yourself to apply these lessons when faced with adversity, and observe how they transform your perspective and bring tranquility to your mind. If you find this video interesting and useful, please share it with your friends and loved ones. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next videos. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life, where we delve into the art of transforming our daily lives through the wisdom of Stoicism. Today, let's start with a thought-provoking quote. The key to growth is the introduction of higher dimensions of consciousness into our awareness. Lao Tzu. In our journey today, we're addressing a common yet profound dilemma. The feeling of stagnation, of going nowhere. It's a trap many of us fall into, where our days blend into one another, marked by unvarying routines and habits that seem to lead us nowhere. I, too, have walked this path. My life was once a monotonous loop, filled with weekends lost to mindless indulgence and a lifestyle that was anything but nourishing. My diet, heavy on processed foods, and my habits like smoking were far from what one would call healthy living. This continued until I faced the stark realization that change was not just desirable, but necessary. Our brains, magnificent as they are, require proper care to function at their best. Without it, even simple tasks become Herculean challenges. It's not just our physical health that suffers from poor habits and nutrition. Our mental well-being takes a hit too, draining our motivation and energy. It might seem easier to continue down this path of low energy and unhelpful habits than to break free. But here, on Stoic in Your Life, we believe in the power of transformation. If you're new here, I encourage you to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Surprisingly, only 9% of viewers are subscribed. So if you find value in our content, please join our community and hit the notification bell. In this episode, we're going to explore practical, actionable steps to break free from this cycle. These steps are not effortless, but they are the key to moving towards a healthier, more fulfilling life. Let's embark on this journey together, transforming our everyday habits into a cascade of positive changes, revolutionizing not just how we live, but how we thrive. The Pareto Principle application. In the bustling rhythm of modern life, many of us, especially those between 30 and 65, often find ourselves trapped in a cycle of stagnation, yearning for a breakthrough. This sentiment was perfectly encapsulated in my own experience, which I shared on my channel, Stoic in Your Life. It was during a particularly reflective holiday that I stumbled upon the transformative power of the Pareto Principle. This principle, which suggests that approximately 80% of outcomes are derived from 20% of causes, became a beacon of change in my life. Previously, my days were unproductive, a loop of self-destructive habits. However, understanding and applying the Pareto Principle led to a dramatic shift. I began dedicating 6 to 8 hours daily to productive study, which not only enhanced my knowledge but also my physical health. This was a stark contrast to my earlier lifestyle. The principle, while not a rigid rule, is backed by clinical evidence and suggests that altering a mere 20% of our key habits can significantly improve various aspects of our lives. The challenge, however, lies in changing these critical habits, which often requires professional guidance. Reflecting on my journey, I realized that my unhealthy routines contributed to 80% of the negativity in my life. Modifying these habits was pivotal in achieving progress in my health and overall well-being. Implementing such change is daunting, as many negative habits are deeply ingrained in our brain's neural pathways. Yet, it's possible to take small strategic steps within this crucial 20%, leading to positive impacts on our lives. For those who might not have access to professional help but are eager to break free from harmful routines, there are simple, yet effective strategies to explore. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult. This quote resonates deeply with the journey of self-improvement. It reminds us that the first step towards change is often the most challenging, yet the most rewarding. The Pareto principle offers a practical approach to self-improvement, especially relevant in our contemporary lives. It encourages us to identify and modify the key 20% of our habits that are holding us back. By doing so, we can unlock a domino effect of positive changes leading to a more fulfilling and productive life. This principle, intertwined with the wisdom of Stoicism, provides a powerful framework for those feeling stagnant and seeking a path to personal growth and resilience. Neuroscience of habit formation. In our quest for self-improvement, it's crucial to grasp the neuroscience of habit formation, a journey that promises not only profound knowledge but also transformative personal growth. Donald Hebb, a pivotal figure in neuroscience, introduced a fundamental concept in his 1949 book, The Organization of Behavior. Neurons that fire together, wire together. This principle is vital in understanding how our habits, both good and bad, become ingrained in our brains. Imagine your brain as a gym. Just as exercising your biceps strengthens them, repeatedly activating certain neural pathways fortifies these connections, making the associated behaviors more entrenched. Many of us struggle with negative habits such as smoking, excessive drinking, or poor dietary choices. These behaviors, once established, are not just patterns to be broken, but are deeply wired into our neural circuitry. To alter these habits, we must embark on a journey of reprogramming our brain, akin to an explorer venturing into the uncharted territory of their own mind. This process involves dismantling the old, detrimental habits and fostering new, healthier ones. It's a challenging path requiring conscious and sustained effort, but the rewards are immense. To initiate this transformation, we delve into two fundamental practices that address the root causes of most adverse outcomes. These practices are accessible and free, offering a starting point for anyone on this journey. The key lies in understanding and reprogramming our brain synapses to encourage more positive behaviors. By focusing on modifying just 20% of our habits, we can significantly improve 80% of our life outcomes. A river that has carved a deep channel through a landscape over centuries. This river represents a long-standing habit. To change its course, one doesn't simply erect a barrier. Instead, one must gradually guide it to a new path, a process requiring patience and persistence. Similarly, altering our neural pathways is not an overnight feat but a gradual redirection towards healthier habits. In conclusion, the journey of self-improvement and habit change is not just about breaking old patterns but about forging new, healthier ones. It's a path of self-discovery where we unravel the mysteries of our minds and rewrite the rules that govern our lives. By understanding the neuroscience behind our habits and applying this knowledge, we can embark on a transformative journey, leading to not just better habits, but a better life. This journey, though challenging, is rich with rewards, offering a profound personal transformation for those who undertake it. The role of self-imposed rules in behavior. In this segment, we delve into the intricate world of self-imposed rules and their profound impact on our behavior. Picture this. Someone indulges in a single piece of chocolate, straying from their diet, and suddenly they declare the entire day's diet a lost cause. It's an all-too-common scenario where one minor slip-up leads to abandoning all other healthy choices for the day. This kind of thinking is not just illogical, but it highlights a deeper issue: the arbitrary rules we set for ourselves, which can either propel us forward or hold us back. Let's consider another example. Someone deviates from their diet on a Wednesday and decides to wait until Monday to get back on track. But why Monday? It's simply another 24-hour day just like Wednesday. Yet, in our minds, we've elevated it to a status of a new beginning, a fresh start. This is a clear illustration of how we often let these self-imposed arbitrary rules dictate our actions, both positively and negatively. The real challenge lies in recognizing these self-imposed guidelines, which are often unconsciously made, and beginning to question them. It's about dismantling dysfunctional behaviors and replacing them with healthier, more productive habits. This process is not just about changing what we do, it's about transforming who we are. It's a journey of personal transformation and improving the quality of our lives. We also create internal rules that guide our daily lives in more subtle ways. For instance, we might believe that missing a weekend outing or not checking social media regularly means we're missing out on something crucial. But in reality, not knowing the latest gossip or celebrity news hardly impacts our meaningful life experiences. These rules, often shaped by our social environment, can lead us to develop habits that don't serve our best interests. The first step in transformation is awareness of the norms that guide our lives. We must approach this journey with curiosity and openness, analyzing these hidden rules. Understanding them is the foundation for making significant life changes. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, we are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens. This quote perfectly encapsulates the essence of our discussion. The rules we impose on ourselves are not just guidelines for our behavior. They are reflections of our inner thoughts and beliefs. By challenging and changing these rules, we're not just altering our actions, we're transforming our mindset. To truly embark on this journey of self-improvement, we must adopt a mindset of resilience and adaptability, traits highly valued in Stoicism. As Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. This powerful statement reminds us that the key to improving ourselves lies within our control over our thoughts and beliefs. So, I invite you to reflect on the self-imposed rules in your life. Are they helping you grow or are they holding you back? Remember, the journey to self-improvement is not about adhering to a set of external standards, but about understanding and transforming our internal rules and beliefs. Embrace this journey with an open heart and mind and watch as you unlock your true potential, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Strategize for behavior modulation. Embarking on the journey of self-improvement, we often overlook the profound impact of restructuring our daily routines. This step, though seemingly straightforward, is a pivotal one. It's akin to the wisdom of the ancient Stoic philosopher Seneca, who said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." This resonates deeply with the process of behavior modulation. By influencing just a fraction of our actions, specifically 20%, we can transform up to 80% of our outcomes. This disproportionate effect is not just a theory, but a practical reality that many have experienced. The cornerstone of this transformation is a tool often underestimated in its power: the planner. This simple instrument can revolutionize our daily behaviors. Consider this. If we're accustomed to setting rules that guide our actions, some of which may be dysfunctional, why not employ an external tool to positively influence our habits? The planner serves as this external aid, a beacon guiding us through the fog of daily distractions and procrastinations. It's practical, easy to use, and widely accessible, with options ranging from traditional paper planners to digital apps like Google Calendar. The essence lies in honoring and respecting what we record in the planner. It's about commitment to the small steps that lead to significant changes. For those who have struggled with planners in the past, a practical tip is to set a minimum achievement threshold. This approach makes the task less daunting. For instance, consider a day successful if you complete 7 out of 10 tasks. This method not only provides a sense of accomplishment but also encourages consistency. Prioritizing tasks, perhaps by marking them in different colors based on urgency, helps maintain focus on what's crucial. It's about creating a visual hierarchy of our goals, making it easier to navigate through our daily objectives. As we reach the halfway mark of this content, I extend my congratulations for your commitment to becoming a better version of yourself. This journey, much like the Stoic path, is about resilience and continuous improvement. I encourage you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. If you're unsure what to say, simply write, "I am Stoic," to signify your dedication to this journey. Your engagement greatly supports the channel, and don't forget to subscribe for more content that bridges the ancient wisdom of Stoicism with the challenges of modern life. In conclusion, the strategy for behavior modulation is not just about adopting a new tool. It's about embracing a mindset of continuous improvement and resilience. It's about integrating the Stoic philosophy of embracing challenges and turning them into opportunities for growth. By doing so, we not only improve ourselves but also bring a positive change to our surroundings, making our lives more fulfilling and purpose-driven. Incorporating a planner into your routine. Incorporating a planner into your daily routine is akin to planting a seed in fertile soil, nurturing it to grow into a robust tree. This simple act of planning establishes a new, positive norm, effectively shaping your behavior towards greater productivity and efficiency. Just as a gardener carefully tends to their plants, respecting and diligently updating your planner fosters new synaptic connections in your brain. These connections are the bedrock of productivity, helping you to organize your thoughts and actions more effectively. Over time, this practice transforms into a habit, leading to a more organized and productive life. The use of a planner is not just about organizing your day, it's a practical application of Stoic teachings. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy still relevant today, teaches us the importance of controlling our actions and emotions. It emphasizes focusing on what is within our control and accepting what cannot be changed. By committing to your planner, you are practicing the Stoic principle of discipline and consistency. It's a journey of self-improvement, where each day is a step on the path of personal growth. Let's consider the story of the two woodcutters as an allegory to understand the power of planning. Once, two woodcutters were tasked to cut as many trees as they could in a day. The first woodcutter worked relentlessly without a break, while the second took regular intervals to sharpen his axe. At day's end, the second woodcutter had cut more trees. He understood that planning and preparation, symbolized by the act of sharpening the axe, were key to achieving better results. Similarly, by using a planner, you are sharpening your axe, preparing yourself to tackle the tasks of the day more efficiently. Expanding on this, imagine your life as a journey through a dense forest. Without a map or a compass, it's easy to wander aimlessly or circle back to the same spot. A planner serves as your compass, guiding you through the forest of daily life. It helps you set a clear direction, ensuring that each step you take is purposeful and leads you closer to your goals. Moreover, a planner is not just a tool for scheduling tasks. It's a canvas for reflection. It allows you to look back and see the progress you've made, understand the hurdles you've overcome, and plan better for the future. This reflective practice is another Stoic principle, encouraging us to learn from our experiences and grow wiser with each passing day. In conclusion, the lesson here is clear. Incorporating a planner into your routine is a vital step towards self-improvement. It's a commitment to discipline, a testament to the Stoic belief in controlling our actions, and a practical method to navigate the complexities of life. My advice to you as a fellow traveler on this journey of self-improvement is to embrace the planner as a tool of empowerment. Let it guide you, reflect upon it, and watch as it transforms your life into a more organized, productive, and fulfilling journey. Remember, the key to improving yourself lies in the small, consistent steps you take every day, and a planner is the perfect companion on this path to personal growth. Self-discipline, the stepping stone to progress. In the journey of self-improvement, self-discipline stands as a pivotal cornerstone. It's the silent force that propels us forward, yet it must be harmonized with an element of flexibility. Imagine self-discipline as the steady rhythm of a drum, guiding your march towards progress. Now, let's introduce the 70% rule into this rhythm. It's a simple yet profound concept. On those days when the world weighs a bit heavier on your shoulders, completing 70% of your tasks is perfectly adequate. This approach allows you to breathe, to be human, without the shadow of failure looming over you. But there's a flip side to this coin. Cultivate a sense of unease, a gentle nudge, when you find yourself straying too far from your planner. It's not about punishment, but about recognizing the value of the commitments you've made to yourself. This delicate dance between discipline and flexibility isn't just a strategy. It's the very essence of sustainable growth. It's about finding your rhythm in the chaos of life. Remember, the path of changing habits and self-improvement is a journey, not a sprint. The consistent use of a planner isn't just about keeping track of tasks. It's a tool that reshapes the very wiring of your brain. It influences your habits, cradles your emotional well-being, and nurtures your self-esteem. This path demands dedication, a steadfast commitment and continuous effort. But the rewards? They are as clear as daylight and as lasting as the ancient wisdom of Stoicism. Speaking of Stoicism, let's draw inspiration from the words of Seneca, a Stoic philosopher who said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult." This quote beautifully encapsulates the essence of self-discipline. It's about daring to step out of your comfort zone to embrace the challenges that come with growth. It's about understanding that the difficulty lies not in the task itself, but in our hesitation to begin. Now let's weave this Stoic wisdom into our narrative. Imagine your life as a tapestry, each thread representing a habit, a choice, a step towards self-improvement. The act of planning and adhering to it is like adding vibrant colors to this tapestry. Some days the colors might be a bit muted, and that's okay. That's where the 70% rule comes into play, allowing the hues of flexibility to blend in. But never let the tapestry fade into monotony. Let the discomfort of inaction be the spark that adds new shades and dimensions to your life's work. In this journey, you are both the artist and the masterpiece. Each day, with each act of balanced self-discipline, you are painting your magnum opus. It's a journey that requires you to be both the sculptor and the marble, chiseling away at the excess, revealing the masterpiece within. It's a path that asks for your dedication, your resilience, and your courage. But remember, as Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic sage, once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." In the context of self-discipline, this means rising above your past self, your past habits, and your past failures. It's about being better than the person who chose comfort over growth, ease over progress. In conclusion, embrace self-discipline with the grace of flexibility. Let the 70% rule be your guide, but never lose sight of the horizon. Remember, the journey of self-improvement is a continuous process, a path that shapes not just your actions, but your very being. It's a journey that's challenging, yes, but also incredibly rewarding. So, step forward with the wisdom of the Stoics in your heart, and the strength of your resolve as your compass. The path is laid out before you. All you need to do is walk it. Always maintain positive thinking. In the journey of self-improvement, especially for those between the ages of 30 and 65, it's crucial to recognize the pivotal role of mindset. The adage, "tired of going nowhere," this is the key to improving yourself, encapsulates a profound truth. Our thoughts, both positive and negative, are constant companions in our life's voyage. The predominance of negative thinking can be a formidable barrier, obscuring our path to success and fulfillment. It's akin to navigating through a storm with a compass that only points towards despair. However, the power of positive thinking acts as a beacon of light, guiding us through the tumultuous seas of life. Consider the wisdom of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, who once said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." This resonates deeply with our topic. Just as a gem's true beauty is revealed through the rigors of polishing, so too is our character and potential realized through the challenges we face. By maintaining a positive outlook, we don't just endure these trials, we grow from them. When we adopt a positive mindset, we begin to see life through a lens of optimism and hope. It's like looking at a glass half full, rather than half empty. This perspective doesn't just change our view of the world, it transforms our interaction with it. We start to appreciate the beauty in the mundane, find lessons in our failures, and see opportunities where others see obstacles. This shift in perspective is not just about feeling good, it's about creating a foundation for sustained motivation and growth. Positive thinking is not a mere platitude, it's a strategy for living. It's about cultivating an attitude that seeks out the silver lining, even in the darkest clouds. This doesn't mean ignoring life's difficulties, but facing them with a spirit of resilience and hope. It's about understanding that our thoughts shape our reality, and that by changing our thoughts, we can change our lives. In our modern, fast-paced world, where challenges and stressors are ever present, the importance of positive thinking cannot be overstated. It's a tool that empowers us to navigate life's complexities with grace and determination. The advice here is simple, yet profound. Embrace positivity. Let it be your guide. And watch as it transforms your journey from stagnation to growth, from uncertainty to clarity, and from despair to fulfillment. Remember, the key to improving yourself lies within your own mindset. By nurturing a positive outlook, you unlock the door to a life of continuous improvement and boundless potential. Embrace the power of constructive criticism. In the journey of self-improvement, one of the most formidable yet rewarding challenges is learning to embrace criticism. It's a path not for the faint-hearted, as it demands courage and resilience. The fear of criticism often holds many back, anchoring them in a comfort zone where growth is stagnant. However, for those who dare to step beyond this fear, the rewards are immense. Criticism, especially when constructive, is a treasure trove of insights and lessons. It's akin to a mirror reflecting not just our flaws but also the path to betterment. When we listen to criticism with an open heart and a willing mind, we unlock a world of opportunities for personal growth and skill enhancement. It's about shifting our perspective from seeing criticism as a threat to viewing it as a valuable tool for our development. The story of Thomas Edison, the renowned inventor, beautifully illustrates this. Edison faced numerous failures and criticisms while inventing the light bulb. Yet he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His perspective on failure and criticism as stepping stones to success is a powerful lesson. It teaches us that each piece of criticism is a chance to learn something new, to refine our approach, and to inch closer to our goals. Similarly, in Stoicism, there's a profound emphasis on perceiving obstacles as opportunities. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once stated, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This Stoic principle aligns perfectly with the concept of learning from criticism. It encourages us to view every critique as a chance to strengthen our character and capabilities. Incorporating this mindset into our daily lives can be transformative. When faced with criticism, instead of reacting defensively, we can choose to respond with curiosity and a desire to learn. It's about asking ourselves, what can I learn from this? And how can this help me improve? This approach not only enhances our skills but also nurtures a resilient and growth-oriented mindset. Moreover, learning from criticism is not just about personal growth, it's also about building stronger relationships and fostering a positive environment. When we show that we are open to feedback, we encourage honest communication and create a space where others feel valued and heard. This not only benefits us but also those around us, creating a ripple effect of positive change. To truly harness the power of criticism, it's crucial to differentiate between constructive and destructive criticism. Constructive criticism is aimed at helping us improve, offering specific, actionable advice. On the other hand, destructive criticism is often vague, personal, and demotivating. Learning to recognize and seek out constructive feedback is a skill in itself, one that can significantly accelerate our growth journey. In conclusion, embracing criticism is a key to unlocking our potential and propelling ourselves forward on the path of self-improvement. It requires bravery, an open mind, and the willingness to see beyond our immediate emotions. By learning from criticism, we not only enhance our skills and knowledge, but also cultivate a resilient and growth-oriented mindset. The lesson here is clear. View criticism as a gift, an opportunity to evolve and excel. Remember, in the words of Marcus Aurelius, what stands in the way becomes the way. Let criticism be the catalyst that drives you towards your goals, transforming challenges into stepping stones for success. Become your biggest fan. Imagine this: you're standing at a crossroads, feeling like no one's in your corner. It's a tough spot, but here's a secret. You're not alone. You have the most incredible supporter you could ever ask for: yourself. It's a profound truth that the greatest source of motivation bubbles up from within. Research backs this up, showing a clear link between self-compassion and the burning desire to better oneself. Those who view personal setbacks not as failures but as opportunities are the ones who find the inner drive to grow and evolve. Think about it. Nobody nails it on their first try. If they did, where would the stories of triumph and resilience come from? It's not about never falling, it's about how you pick yourself up. Those who rise after a fall are the ones who truly succeed, not those who wallow in self-blame or look for exits. Remember, failure isn't a reflection of your worth. Giving up is. If you're nursing the sting of a recent setback, let this be your wake-up call. Your failures aren't dead ends. They're stepping stones paving the way to your future victories. Now, what's the next step? It's about honing your skills, expanding your knowledge, and gathering experiences. This isn't just about book smarts. It's about practical, hands-on learning and understanding where you stand. It's a roadmap to where you need to go. Here's a truth as old as time. You've got the talent. It's not about finding new abilities, it's about mastering the ones you have. By treating yourself with kindness and understanding, you're not just being gentle, you're giving yourself the space to grow into a master of your craft. Let's turn to the wisdom of the Stoics for a moment. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." This resonates deeply with our journey today. It's about daring to believe in yourself, to see challenges not as insurmountable walls, but as hurdles that you can leap over. So, as you move forward, remember this: you are your own best cheerleader. Embrace your failures not as signs of defeat, but as lessons and catalysts for growth. Keep learning, keep practicing, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself. The path to improvement isn't a straight line, it's a winding road filled with ups and downs. But with self-compassion as your compass and your inner strength as your guide, there's no limit to how far you can go. In closing, let this message echo in your heart. You have the power within you to rise above any challenge. Your journey of self-improvement is unique, and every step, every stumble, is a part of your story of resilience and triumph. So, take a deep breath, believe in yourself, and step forward into your journey of growth and self-discovery. Remember, in the words of Marcus Aurelius, "The obstacle in the path becomes the path." Never forget, within every obstacle is an opportunity to improve our condition. Let's embrace our obstacles and turn them into stepping stones for our success. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Until next time, keep walking the path of self-improvement with courage and an open heart. And there you have it, fellow Stoics and seekers of self-improvement. We've journeyed together through the transformative power of the Pareto principle, the neuroscience of habit formation, the significance of self-imposed rules, the strategic use of planners, the importance of self-discipline, the power of positive thinking, the value of learning from criticism, and the strength of being your own biggest fan. Remember, change isn't just an event, but a process. It's about taking those small, consistent steps every day towards a better version of yourself. As we conclude today's video on Tired of Going Nowhere, this is the key to improving yourself. I hope you found valuable insights and practical tips to apply in your daily life. If this video resonated with you, please show your support by liking and sharing it. Your engagement helps spread these timeless Stoic principles to others in need. Don't forget to subscribe to Stoic in Your Life and turn on notifications to stay updated with our latest content, ensuring you don't miss any future videos. Your journey towards self-improvement is a noble one, and I'm honored to be a part of it. Together, let's continue to explore, learn, and grow. Until next time, remember, the path to a serene mind and a resilient spirit is always within your grasp. Thank you for watching, and stay stoic. In an age long past, the legendary Alexander the Great, ruler of Macedon, made a journey to meet Diogenes, a philosopher renowned for his unconventional life in Corinth. Unlike many who yearned for an audience with the king, Diogenes showed no interest. He preferred the company of his loyal dogs and the simplicity of his barrel home. This very indifference sparked Alexander's curiosity about the philosopher. Upon finding Diogenes basking in the sunlight in a Corinth suburb, Alexander approached him with a question. "Is there anything you want from me?" Diogenes, with his characteristic bluntness, replied, "Yes, stand a little out of my sun." This encounter left a profound impression on Alexander. He admired Diogenes' boldness and detachment, even from someone of his own royal stature. He later remarked to his followers, "But truly, if I were not Alexander, I wish I were Diogenes." Diogenes' indifference to Alexander's power and wealth was a testament to his true freedom and authenticity. He remained unfazed in the presence of the great king, uninterested in his approval or intimidated by his power. This story illustrates a profound truth. Indifference is a source of strength. Diogenes' lack of concern meant that even the world's most powerful man could not sway him. Often misconstrued as a negative quality, indicative of apathy or disregard for others, indifference in reality can be a potent tool. This narrative delves into the essence of indifference, revealing its invaluable benefits. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." This encapsulates the power of indifference, living authentically, unburdened by external validations or fears, a principle that resonates deeply in our journey through life. Number 1. Enhanced focus and productivity. In the heart of Tokyo's bustling streets, a master sushi chef works with a calm focus that seems almost out of place amidst the surrounding chaos. His secret? A deep-seated indifference to the distractions around him, a practice embodying the Zen concept of mushin or no mind. This principle is about being fully immersed in the present moment, undisturbed by irrelevant thoughts or emotions. This chef's story is a powerful testament to how indifference can dramatically boost focus and productivity. When we adopt an attitude of indifference towards distractions and external pressures, our concentration on the task at hand intensifies. This heightened focus enables us to execute tasks with greater efficiency and precision, leading to superior results. Consider a writer who, indifferent to the bustling noise of a cafe or the incessant notifications of social media, delves deeply into their craft, producing work that is both thoughtful and imaginative. Or picture a student who, unswayed by peer pressure or societal norms, dedicates their full attention to their studies, achieving remarkable academic success. It's important to understand that this kind of indifference isn't about apathy or lack of passion. Rather, it's about making a conscious choice about what deserves our attention and what doesn't. By practicing this selective indifference, we direct our energy and focus towards our goals, paving the way for enhanced productivity and success. To make this concept more relatable, imagine a scenario where you're preparing for an important presentation. The world around you is full of distractions, the buzz of conversations, the lure of your phone, the ticking clock. But when you choose to be indifferent to these distractions, your mind clears, and you focus solely on your preparation. This is the power of indifference. Finally, the lesson here is clear. By cultivating an attitude of selective indifference, we can improve our lives significantly. It's not about ignoring the world, but about choosing where to invest our mental energy. This practice can lead to not only better productivity but also a more peaceful and focused state of mind. So, embrace indifference where it matters, and watch as your focus and productivity soar. Number 2. Clarity in life's purpose. Let's immerse ourselves in the tale of a young artist. This artist, in the face of societal pressures pushing her towards a more traditional career path, stands unwavering in her devotion to painting. Her story is a testament to the power of indifference. By being indifferent to the norms and expectations society imposes, she finds the freedom to follow her true passion with both clarity and conviction. This narrative beautifully illustrates how indifference can be a guiding light to our life's purpose. When we detach ourselves from societal pressures, the conventional definitions of success, and the expectations others set for us, we unlock the ability to truly discover and chase what matters most in our hearts. This pursuit of what genuinely resonates with us is the cornerstone of a fulfilling and meaningful life. Indifference, in this context, serves as a vital filter. It helps us to cut through the cacophony of societal expectations, enabling us to concentrate on our authentic passions and values. It's about living a life that's true to our innermost desires and convictions, rather than being tossed about by the ever-changing tides of external influences. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." In the spirit of this wisdom, let us listen to our inner voice with the power of indifference, tuning out the noise of the world to find our true calling. This story is not just about a young artist. It's about each of us finding our unique path in life, unshackled by the chains of societal expectations, and empowered by the priceless benefits of being indifferent. Number 3. Freedom and authenticity. In our journey through life, we often find ourselves caught in the currents of societal expectations, swayed by the opinions of others, and tethered to the norms that dictate our actions. This podcast segment delves into the liberating power of indifference, a concept that champions the essence of freedom and authenticity. Imagine a world where most people are like sheep, following the herd, mimicking behaviors, and adhering to a predefined roadmap laid out by society. This path, while not inherently flawed, offers safety and security, shielding one from criticism and rejection. Yet, those who dare to stray from this well-trodden path often face ridicule or ostracism. The crux of the matter lies in our natural inclination to care deeply about others' opinions and perceptions of us. This fear of not fitting in, of rejection, or of being left behind is a common human concern. However, as luminaries like Arthur Schopenhauer and the Stoics have illuminated, the opinions of others are not as crucial as we often believe. To truly chase our dreams and present a persona that aligns with our authentic selves, we must cultivate a sense of indifference towards certain societal norms and the judgments of others. Ralph Waldo Emerson, in his essay Self-Reliance, eloquently argues for this stance. Despite societal pressures to conform, Emerson advocates for staying true to oneself and embracing independent thought. He encourages us not to depend on others' opinions, but to trust in our own convictions. Emerson's wisdom resonates deeply. It is easy in the world to live after the world's opinion. It is easy in solitude to live after our own. But the great man is he who in the midst of the crowd keeps with perfect sweetness the independence of solitude. This brings us to the heart of the matter. The true power of indifference is the freedom it bestows upon us to be our genuine selves, unshackled by the weight of others' views. It empowers us to chase our dreams and live authentically, even if it means breaking away from conventional paths. The tale of Diogenes, as shared at the start of this video, exemplifies this beautifully. A man who boldly disregarded the opinions of others and lived life on his own terms. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This profound statement echoes the sentiment of indifference, urging us to listen more to our inner voice than to the clamor of the world. By embracing this philosophy, we not only find our path to authenticity but also inspire others to discover their own. Number 4. Emotional resilience. In the bustling streets of modern life, where the unpredictable winds of fate can sway us in any direction, the ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers a beacon of stability. This philosophy, deeply rooted in the teachings of Epictetus and other Stoic sages, presents a compelling argument for the power of indifference, a concept that resonates profoundly with men aged 30 to 65, who often find themselves at the crossroads of personal and professional challenges. Consider the story from Nicopolis where a man, fraught with fear of the emperor's wrath, sought counsel from Epictetus. The Stoic master's response was not one of alarm, but of calm rationality. He emphasized that our control lies not in the external events, be it imprisonment or exile, but in our internal response to these events. This narrative underscores a pivotal Stoic tenet. Our emotional resilience hinges on our perception and attitude. In the realm of Stoicism, it's believed that our reactions to circumstances are shaped by our mental stance. If we view adversities like imprisonment or banishment as catastrophic, we become emotionally fragile, crumbling under their weight. However, if we perceive these events as mere unfoldings of the universe, beyond our control and inherently neutral, we cultivate emotional fortitude. Stoicism teaches us that in the face of hardships, our choice of attitude is our true power. Epictetus, with his profound insight, advocated for a stance of contempt towards things beyond our control, contrasting it with the things we can influence, our opinions, endeavors, and actions stemming from our power of choice. The Stoic power of indifference is thus the ability to discern between what we can and cannot control, caring less about the latter. This philosophy fosters a tranquil mind, or as Epictetus described, in a state conformable to nature. By being indifferent to uncontrollable factors, we strip away the emotional turmoil they can cause. For instance, if one finds themselves in prison, the Stoic approach is to focus on how to use that time wisely, rather than lamenting the imprisonment itself. 4.1. This philosophy extends to personal relationships as well. The betrayal of a romantic partner, while painful, is seen as a common human failing. Stoicism teaches that we cannot compel others to act with integrity. What remains within our control is our response, focusing on our well-being and distancing ourselves from those who do not share our values. In the context of modern life, the Stoic art of indifference is about striving for what is beneficial and steering clear of harm, without allowing our inner peace to be dictated by these external factors. As Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, wisely stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote encapsulates the essence of Stoicism and serves as a guiding light for men navigating the complexities of today's world. The Stoic journey is not about apathy, but about empowering oneself to live a life aligned with nature and personal virtue, amidst the ever-changing tides of life's circumstances. Number 5. Better performance. In ancient China, there was a young woman, an archer, who entered a contest. Her hands trembled with nerves, yet her resolve was firm. She needed to win, for the prize money was a lifeline for her struggling family. But, under the weight of this need, her performance faltered and she failed. Reflecting on her loss, she realized a profound truth. In practice, she was flawless, but in the heat of competition, her skills deserted her. This tale of the nervous archer is a powerful illustration of how our attachment to outcomes can be our undoing. Imagine her thoughts, the desperate need to win for her family, the fear of losing. This emotional burden, this attachment, clouded her abilities. It's a scenario many of us face where the pressure of needing a certain outcome breeds anxiety and doubt, crippling our performance. Contrast this with the power of indifference. When we detach ourselves from the outcome, focusing instead on the process, on the effort, we find freedom. This indifference isn't about not caring. It's about not letting the fear of the outcome control us. It's about being in the moment, enjoying the act itself rather than being consumed by what it might lead to. This was a concept we delved into in a previous video about the law of reversed effort. By embracing this mindset of indifference, we open ourselves to inner peace, lessen the grip of emotional distress, and, paradoxically, enhance our ability to perform across various aspects of life. It's in this detachment, this serene focus on the present, that we find our true power. So, To you, the listener, consider this. In your own life, where might you be like the archer, hindered by your attachment to an outcome? How might embracing indifference, focusing on the process rather than the result, transform your experiences? Let this story be a guide, a reminder of the priceless benefits of being indifferent, not just in archery, but in the myriad challenges and pursuits of your life. Number 6. Harmonious relationships. In a quaint village there lived an elder renowned for his unique ability to sustain peace and harmony within the community. His approach was simple, yet profound. A well-balanced indifference to the minor squabbles and insignificant disagreements that often arise in close-knit groups. This elder, by not immersing himself in every small dispute, was able to maintain a wider, more inclusive perspective, thereby nurturing a sense of unity and accord among the villagers. This story beautifully illustrates the power of selective indifference in our relationships. It's crucial to understand that this form of indifference is not about being cold or detached. Rather, it's about exercising discernment, choosing to remain unaffected by the trivialities that can otherwise spark unnecessary conflict. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This quote resonates deeply with the concept of selective indifference, emphasizing the importance of focusing our attention and energies on what truly matters. By adopting this approach, we can avoid getting entangled in petty grievances and meaningless arguments. It allows us to prioritize the more significant aspects of our relationships, such as understanding, respect, and mutual support. This form of indifference is not about ignoring problems, but about recognizing which battles are worth fighting and which are better left alone. In doing so, we create a nurturing environment where meaningful connections can flourish, leading to more satisfying and enduring relationships. In today's fast-paced world, where minor misunderstandings can escalate quickly, learning to be selectively indifferent is invaluable. It's a skill that helps us navigate the complexities of modern relationships, ensuring that we invest our time and energy in nurturing the bonds that truly enrich our lives. The advice here is simple, yet powerful. Embrace the art of selective indifference. By doing so, we can foster more harmonious, fulfilling relationships that stand the test of time and the tumults of life. Number 7. Affordable contentment. Next, we dive into the profound power of indifference, a concept beautifully illustrated by the story of Shu, a Taoist sage. Picture this. Shu, sitting tranquilly by a river, turns down the offer to rule a kingdom. Why? Because he understood something vital. True contentment doesn't come from all under heaven. He sought a life filled with simple joys, not one burdened by the complexities of power and wealth. This choice of affordable contentment over material abundance speaks volumes about the value of simplicity. This wisdom isn't exclusive to Taoism. The ancient Greek philosopher Epicurus shared a similar sentiment. He advocated for cherishing natural, necessary pleasures rather than chasing after extravagant, unnecessary ones. He famously said, "If you want to make a man happy, add not unto his riches but take away from his desires." This is a profound truth, echoing across time and cultures. Let's think about it. In a world obsessed with glitter and glamour, what if the real key to happiness is learning to be indifferent to these shiny distractions? Both Zhu and Epicurus teach us that contentment, or ataraxia, a state of serene tranquility, is achieved when our desires are fulfilled. The fewer desires we have, the easier it is to find satisfaction. But if we're caught in an endless cycle of wanting more, true satisfaction becomes a distant dream. So I ask you, dear listeners, what's the more affordable and sustainable path? Indifference to fleeting pleasures like extreme wealth and power opens the door to a life where we can truly appreciate the simple yet profound joys. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Let's embrace this wisdom and find richness in the simplicity of life, where true contentment lies. Number 8. Rational and objective decisions. In the realm of decision-making, the power of indifference emerges as a beacon of clarity. guiding us towards choices rooted in rationality and objectivity. This approach, seemingly detached, is in fact a profound exercise in discernment, enabling us to sift through our emotional states and biases and anchor our decisions in the bedrock of facts and logic. The pitfalls of emotional entanglement and preconceived biases are well known. They cloud our judgment, leading us astray with desires and emotions that often do not align with the best course of action. Consider, for instance, the scenario where emotional attachment to a specific outcome blinds us, causing decisions that veer off the path of our best interest. Or when biases towards a group or idea narrow our vision, making us overlook other viable options, thus steering us towards irrational choices. The indifferent mindset, however, stands as a bulwark against such distortions. It invites us to weigh all information with an unbiased scale, to make decisions that are not colored by personal feelings, but are instead based on solid, unswayed facts and logic. To illustrate, imagine yourself as a manager tasked with a promotion decision. If biases cloud your judgment, favoring an employee for their personal traits rather than their qualifications, the decision is skewed. But embracing indifference towards these biases and personal preferences, you are more likely to evaluate each candidate's merits objectively, leading to a decision that is fair and justified. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. This resonates deeply with the concept of indifference. It is a paradoxical power, seemingly empty, yet immensely potent. It is not a lack of care but a selective focus, a tool to filter out the inconsequential, allowing the truly significant aspects of life to emerge and shine. In our modern, fast-paced world, where decisions often have far-reaching consequences, embracing indifference can be a guiding light, offering a path to decisions that are not only rational and objective, but also deeply aligned with our core values and the greater good. Self-improvement and success often go hand in hand, but it doesn't mean they necessarily have to be one and the same. Our culture today is obsessed with focusing on unrealistic, optimistic expectations. Be happier, healthier, be number one, better than everyone, be smarter, faster, richer, more charming, more famous, more productive, have more fans. But when you stop and really think about these things, the familiar life advice, all the multi-level stuff we hear over and over, they're just emphasizing what you don't have. They delve into your shortcomings and failures, and then highlight them. You learn the best ways to make money because you feel you don't have enough. You stand in front of the mirror and repeat affirmations that you are beautiful. Because you feel like you're not beautiful enough, you follow dating and relationship advice. Because you feel you're not yet loved by everyone, you try exercises imagining yourself more successful in the future. Because you feel like you're still not satisfied with your current success. Ironically, focusing too much on the positives, being better, superior, only makes us more obsessed with what we are not, what we don't have, or what we should have but haven't achieved yet. After all, no truly happy person needs to stand in front of a mirror and mutter that they are happy. They just know it. There's a saying in Texas, the smallest dog barks the loudest. A confident man doesn't need to prove he's confident. A wealthy woman doesn't need to convince someone she's wealthy. Either you have it or you don't. No need for bluster. And if you're dreaming about something all the time everywhere, then you're just highlighting an unconscious truth. You still don't have it. Society and advertisements want you to believe that the key to a good life is a good job, a cool car, a beautiful girlfriend, or a hot tub with an inflatable pool for the kids. The whole world constantly tells you that the way to a better life is to have more, buy more, own more, earn more, sleep with more, become someone more sublime. You are constantly bombarded with messages demanding you care about everything all the time everywhere. Pay attention to this new TV. Plan a vacation with these cooler colleagues. Buy new decorations for this lawn. Look at this new selfie stick. And why? My judgment is because when you care about more things, companies make more money. And while there's nothing wrong with legitimate ways of making money, the problem is when you care about every damn thing, your mental health deteriorates. It drives you crazy with frivolous and fake things, spending your life chasing the illusion of happiness. The key to a good life is to not give a damn. Pay less attention, focus on urgent, important, meaningful things. There's a terribly bad habit of the brain that if left unchecked can drive you insane. Tell me if this story sounds familiar. You worry about facing someone in life. This anxiety begins to consume you, and you start wondering why you're so scared. Now you're anxious about feeling anxious, making you more anxious. Oh no. Double the anxiety. Help, give me a drink. Or suppose you're angry. You're upset about some stupid, crazy issue and you don't know why. And the fact that you feel so easily angered starts to make you even angrier. And then, in a rage, you realize that being constantly irritable makes you shallow and mean, and you hate this. You hate it so much that you get even angrier at yourself. Now look at you. You're angry at yourself for being angry about being angry. Damn it. Calm down, my friend. Believe it or not, this is a beauty of being human. Very few animals on Earth have the ability to think logically, but humans have the privilege of thinking about what they're thinking. So I can think that I'm watching a Miley Cyrus video on YouTube, and then immediately think how sick I am to want to watch a Miley Cyrus video on YouTube. Ah, the wonder of consciousness. 11. Here is the issue. Our modern society, driven by consumerism and the phenomenon of, hey look, my life is better than yours on Facebook, has spawned a generation of citizens who believe that encountering negative experiences, anxiety, fear, inferiority, is utterly unacceptable. I mean, if you look at your Facebook feed, everyone seems to have their moments of glory. Let's see, 8 friends getting married this week, and a 16-year-old kid getting a Ferrari as a birthday present, and another who just made $2 billion by inventing an app that automatically delivers toilet paper when you run out. Meanwhile, you're stuck at home, brushing your cat's teeth, and you can't help but think that your life has hit rock bottom. This feedback loop from hell has become a terrible epidemic, causing many people to be overly stressed, anxious, and self-critical. Going back to my grandfather's time, he could feel terrible and think to himself, gee whiz, I feel like a pile of cow dung today. But hey, that's life. Just keep on shoveling that cow feed. But now, if you feel bad for even 5 minutes, you're bombarded with 350 images of people who are utterly happy and living dream lives, contributing to your feeling that your life is full of potholes. This is why we're in trouble. We feel bad because we're feeling bad. We feel guilty because we're feeling guilty. We get angry because we're feeling angry. We get anxious because we're feeling anxious. What the heck is wrong with us? That's why not giving a damn is the key. That's why this secret will save humanity by accepting that the whole world is messed up and it's okay. Because it's always been that way and always will be. By not caring that you feel bad, you can jump out of this feedback loop from hell. You tell yourself, I feel bad, but do I give a damn? And then, as if by magic, you stop hating yourself for feeling terrible. 12th writer George Orwell said that to see what's under your nose requires a constant struggle. Indeed, the solution to stress and anxiety is right under our noses, but we're too busy watching trashy movies and ab machine infomercials, wondering why we can't charm that blonde with the six-pack abs. We joke online about first world problems, but we are the victims of our own wealth. Issues related to stress, anxiety disorders, and depression have skyrocketed in the past 30 years, despite everyone having flat-screen TVs and door-delivered goods. Our crisis is no longer material. It has morphed into existential and spiritual problems. We have so much stuff and opportunities that we no longer know what to focus on. Because there are so many things we can now see or know about, we discover countless ways to feel that we're still not trying hard enough, still not good enough, everything still not perfect like others. And this way of thinking is destroying us from the inside out. Because this is the problem that the How to Be Happy genre, shared 8 million times on Facebook in recent years, falls into, and no one realizes this nonsense. The desire for a better experience than what you have is a negative experience. And paradoxically, the acceptance of one's negative feelings is itself a positive experience. Quite mind-bending, isn't it? So, I'll give you a minute to relax your brain and read it again. Wanting a positive experience is a negative experience. Accepting a negative experience is a positive experience. This is what philosopher Alan Watts referred to as the backward law, the idea that the more you pursue feeling positive, the more dissatisfied you become, because pursuing something only reinforces the fact that you lack it in the first place. As we conclude our exploration of Why Indifference is Power and 8 Priceless Benefits of Being Indifferent on Stoic in Your Life, remember that the journey of personal growth and happiness is deeply enriched by the application of Stoic principles. Embracing indifference isn't about being uncaring, it's about focusing on what truly matters, allowing you to navigate life with greater serenity and resilience. I encourage you to reflect on how you can incorporate this powerful aspect of Stoicism into your daily life. What areas of your life could benefit from a Stoic perspective of indifference? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights not only enrich our community, but also serve as a beacon for others on their Stoic journey. Remember, every step you take in applying these principles brings you closer to a life of tranquility and fulfillment. Let's continue to grow together, embracing the wisdom of Stoicism in every aspect of our lives. Seneca once wisely stated, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This profound insight from one of the great Stoic philosophers sets the stage for our exploration today. In the epic saga of Star Wars, particularly the prequels, we witness the tumultuous romance of Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker and Queen Padme Amidala. Anakin, plagued by an overwhelming fear of losing Padme, spirals into a dark vortex of attachment and fear. His desperation to avoid separation from his beloved drives him to betray his own principles, leading him down a path of darkness. This narrative, though set in a galaxy far, far away, mirrors a fear that is deeply rooted in our own reality, the fear of losing those we hold dear. In stark contrast, Stoic philosophy teaches us a different approach to attachment and loss. Epictetus, another pillar of Stoicism, boldly proclaimed the folly in desiring the eternal presence of our loved ones, children, spouse, friends, as it is a futile attempt to control the uncontrollable, to grasp at the impossible. Yet the pain of loss is a universal human experience, one that often seems insurmountable. The mere thought of separation can stir a deep-seated anxiety within us. But Stoicism offers a unique lens through which to view this fear of loss and the ensuing grief. It suggests that these intense emotions stem from irrational beliefs and attachments. In this video, we delve into the Stoic perspective on attachment, the loss of loved ones, and navigating the emotional journey of separation. While our natural instinct is to form deep bonds with others, a trait ingrained in our very biology, the extent of these attachments can range from healthy affection to detrimental obsession. Join me as we unravel these complex threads of human emotion, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. We'll explore how understanding and applying Stoic principles can transform our experience of loss and attachment, leading us towards a more serene and resilient existence. In our lives, we often find ourselves deeply attached to others, yearning for their presence and dreading their absence. This attachment, while natural, can lead us down a path of emotional turmoil. The stronger our attachment, the more we risk placing our happiness in the unpredictable hands of fate. Just like the capricious Fortuna, the goddess of chance, our emotions can swing wildly, controlled by the presence or absence of those we hold dear. Consider the tale of Anakin Skywalker, a poignant example of attachment gone awry. His story, as told in the Star Wars saga, is a stark reminder of the dangers of attachment. Anakin, in his desperate attempt to keep Padme in his life, betrays the Jedi Order and succumbs to the dark side. His actions, driven by fear, hate, and jealousy, demonstrate how attachments can enslave us, making us puppets of fate rather than masters of our own destiny. From the Stoic perspective, true freedom lies in detachment from these external influences. It's not about being devoid of emotion, but rather about not letting these emotions dictate our actions. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens." Anakin's story is a cautionary tale of how our desires and emotions, if left unchecked, can lead us away from reason and into chaos. So, as you navigate through life, remember that, while it's natural to form attachments, true peace comes from understanding and accepting the impermanence of all things. Embrace the wisdom of Stoicism. Find freedom in letting go of what you cannot control, and cultivate inner tranquility regardless of the whims of fate. This way you can live a life not dictated by external circumstances, but guided by reason and serenity. Our attachments to others often mirror a selfish pursuit, a yearning to hold on to what pleases us, not necessarily for the benefit of the common good, but to satiate our own desires. This pursuit, while seemingly natural, is often misguided, driven by our reluctance to part with what we cherish. Our decisions clouded by self-interest may not always be the wisest. Epictetus, a sage of Stoicism, aptly noted that we tend to develop animosity towards anything that appears to obstruct our interests. This is vividly illustrated in the tragic tale of Anakin, whose path of destruction was fueled by his selfish cravings. Epictetus once remarked, "For its nature is to love nothing so much as its own interest. This to it is father and brother and kinsman and country and God. When, for instance, we think that the gods stand in the way of our attainment of this, we revile even them, cast their statues to the ground, and burn their temples, as Alexander ordered the temples of Asclepius to be burned when his loved one died." This profound insight sheds light on the extent to which our self-interest can overshadow our reverence for even the divine. The glorification of romantic love and other deep attachments to elements beyond our control can be a perilous path, often leading to turmoil and despair. History is replete with instances of violence and tragedy stemming from these intense bonds. When we lose a friend, endure the departure of a spouse, or face rejection from a child, it feels as though a part of us has been forcibly taken. Yet in the wisdom of Stoicism, there's a powerful reminder from Seneca. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. This quote invites us to reflect on the nature of our attachments and the suffering they often bring, urging us to consider whether these attachments are truly in our best interest or simply figments of our imagination that we cling to. In embracing this Stoic perspective, we learn to see the departure of people from our lives not as a loss, but as a return to the universe, a natural ebb and flow in the tapestry of existence. This mindset fosters resilience and serenity, allowing us to navigate life's changes with grace and wisdom. We often grapple with the pain of separation from those we hold dear. It's a common belief that such partings equate to loss, as if we've lost a part of ourselves. However, Stoic philosophy offers a different perspective, one that is both enlightening and comforting. The Stoics teach us that we don't lose people, rather we return them. They were never truly ours to begin with. Epictetus, a sage in this school of thought, eloquently stated, "Never say of anything, 'I have lost it,' but 'I have returned it.' Is your child dead? It is returned. Is your wife dead? She is returned." This concept is deeply explored in the fourth book of Epictetus's Discourses. He explains that external factors, including our loved ones, are beyond our control. Therefore, they are not truly our possessions. This idea might seem strange, especially in a world where the concept of ownership is so ingrained. Yet, if we reflect on it, we realize that everything we cherish can be taken away in an instant. In Epictetus's time, the notion of ownership extended to human beings through slavery, a practice now thankfully abolished. Epictetus himself experienced life as an enslaved person before becoming a revered philosopher. Today, while we don't view others as property, there's still a tendency to feel entitled to their presence and time. We often expect our friends and family to give us their attention, our employees to be punctual, and our spouses to act in ways that don't upset us. We become so intertwined with our loved ones that their absence feels like a part of us has been torn away. But Stoicism invites us to view these relationships differently. It teaches us to cherish our time with others while understanding that they are not ours to keep. This mindset doesn't diminish the value of relationships. Rather, it enhances our appreciation of them. As Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, said, "Love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with a detached spirit." By embracing this philosophy, we learn to love freely and let go gracefully, understanding that everyone's journey is their own. This approach to relationships fosters resilience, peace, and a deeper appreciation for the moments we share with others. In the life, we often cling to the belief that certain things or people are unequivocally ours. This notion, deeply ingrained in our psyche, suggests a sense of ownership over external entities. However, from the perspective of Stoic philosophy, this is a mere illusion, a facade that contradicts the very nature of reality. The Stoics teach us that external possessions are not truly ours, for if they were, they would always conform to our desires, never departing from us, and remain impervious to the influence of others. Reflecting on this, we recall the words of a Stoic philosopher. "When you want your body to be whole, is the matter under your control or not? It is not. And when you want it to be well, nor that either, and to live or to die, nor that either. Therefore your body is not your own possession. It is subject to everyone who is stronger than you are. Granted. And your farm, is it under your control to have it when you want and as long as you want? And in the condition that you want? No. And your paltry slaves? No. And your clothes? No. And your paltry house? No. And your horses? None of these things. And if you wish by all means your children to live, or your wife, or your brother, or your friends, is the matter under your control? No, nor that, either." This profound insight reveals the inherent vulnerability and lack of control we have over external factors, including our own bodies and possessions. Epictetus, another luminary in the Stoic tradition, further expounded on this concept by stating that all external things are at the mercy of the revolution of the universe, a force beyond any human control, save for a being with divine omnipotence. This idea is mirrored in the poignant exchange between Padme and Anakin in the Star Wars saga, where Anakin's realization that he cannot wield absolute power to protect Padme underscores the Stoic belief in the futility of trying to control external circumstances. Moreover, the Stoic view casts a revealing light on the nature of romantic love, often described as passionate. This passion, while intensely engaging, leads to a tumultuous emotional state. Contemporary society frequently glorifies this state of being in love, elevating it to one of the highest emotional experiences. Yet, through the lens of Stoicism, we understand that such passionate entanglements are yet another form of external dependence, subject to the same unpredictability and lack of control as any other external possession. In essence, the Stoic philosophy invites us to reconsider our relationship with the external world. It teaches us that true ownership lies not in external things, but in our internal state, our choices, and our responses to the world around us. This wisdom, timeless and profound, guides us to a deeper understanding of the nature of possession and control, illuminating the path to inner peace and resilience. In our journey through Stoic wisdom, we often encounter the challenge of managing our emotions, especially when it comes to relationships and loss. The Stoics, as we've seen in a previous exploration titled "How Not to Be Pathetic," identified 4 primary passions: pleasure, appetite, distress, and fear. These emotions are intricately woven into the fabric of our relationships. Consider this. When we are in the company of a dear friend, we bask in the warmth of pleasure. In their absence, we long for them, an appetite for their presence. The fear of losing someone we love is a shadow that often lurks in our hearts. And, should we face the heartbreak of their departure or death, we are engulfed in distress. However, the Stoics believed that our emotional responses are rooted in irrational judgments. From their perspective, there's nothing intrinsically good about someone's presence or inherently bad in their absence or passing. They viewed loss and death as neutral, inevitable parts of life. Our suffering stems from labeling experiences as good or bad, leading us astray from rational thinking. To combat this, the Stoics advocated for the use of reason to overcome these passions. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, advised a practice of detachment, starting with inconsequential objects and gradually moving to more significant aspects of life, including relationships. He said, "This is what you ought to practice from morning till evening. Begin with the most trifling things, and then advance to a tunic, a paltry dog, a mere horse, a bit of land. Thence to yourself, your body and its members, your children, wife, brothers. Look about on every side and cast these things away from you. Purify your judgments, for fear lest something of what is not your own may be fastened to them, or grown together with them, and may give you pain when it is torn loose." In this light, we understand that in life, we don't truly lose people, we return them to the universe. As Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic sage, wisely noted, "Accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." This perspective empowers us to cherish our relationships without being overwhelmed by the passions, leading to a more balanced and serene existence. In the poignant scene where Anakin and Padme grapple with their forbidden love, we witness a classic struggle between emotion and reason. Padme, bound by logic, recognizes the futility of their romance due to Anakin's ties to the Jedi Order and her role as a senator. Anakin, overwhelmed by his feelings, admits his inability to be rational, lamenting, "You're asking me to be rational. That is something that I know I cannot do. Believe me, I wish I could just wish away my feelings, but I can't." This dilemma echoes a profound Stoic principle, the possibility of detaching from intense emotional attachments and enduring the departure of loved ones with resilience. Stoicism doesn't advocate for a life devoid of emotions, but rather for a life where emotions don't dictate our actions. It's a common misconception that Stoics should remain unaffected in the face of loss. True Stoicism is about maintaining balance and composure, especially during life's inevitable challenges. This philosophy teaches us that while experiencing emotions is natural, being enslaved by them is not. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely stated, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This quote underscores the Stoic belief in the power of the mind over emotional turmoil. The journey to mastering one's emotions, as Stoicism suggests, is neither easy nor quick. It demands discipline, practice, and a deep understanding of oneself. Even the most revered Stoic philosophers like Epictetus, Chrysippus, and Seneca, who dedicated their lives to this practice, were not immune to emotional struggles. They too faced the challenge of aligning their actions with their philosophy. Stoicism acknowledges the existence of proto-emotions, those initial, involuntary emotional responses that arise naturally. The key lies in how we respond to these emotions, in not letting them escalate and control our actions. In essence, Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot always control what we feel, we can control how we react to those feelings. It's about finding the strength to return people to their own paths, understanding that our emotional response, while natural, should not govern our lives. This philosophy offers a powerful framework for navigating the complexities of human relationships and emotions, providing a path to inner peace and resilience. In our journey through life, we often grapple with the profound impact of loss and grief. Stoicism, a philosophy that has weathered the storms of time, offers a unique perspective on this universal experience. It teaches us not to suppress our natural reactions like the jolt of fear or the involuntary tears shed in sorrow, but rather to liberate ourselves from the overwhelming passions that can follow if we let irrational thoughts take hold. This concept is beautifully illustrated in a letter penned by the Stoic philosopher Seneca. Let's delve into a poignant story from ancient times. In 41 AD, Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, found himself accused of adultery by Empress Messalina, a charge debated by historians for its authenticity. The Senate's initial verdict was death, but Emperor Claudius altered this to exile. Seneca was thus sent to Corsica, where he spent 8 years in isolation. During this time, he wrote to his mother Helvia, who was deeply grieving her son's fate. In his letter, Seneca imparts wisdom on the nature of grief. He urges his mother not to succumb to limitless sorrow. He references the customs of their ancestors, who allotted 10 months of mourning for widows, thus setting a boundary to their grief. Here's a powerful quote from his letter. "They did not forbid them to mourn, but they set limits to their grief. For while it is a foolish weakness to give way to endless grief when you lose one of those dearest to you, yet it shows an unnatural hardness of heart to express no grief at all. The best middle course between affection and hard common sense is both to feel regret and to restrain it." This story not only reflects the Stoic view on managing emotions but also underscores the importance of finding a balance. It's a reminder that while it's natural to feel sorrow, we must also find the strength to temper it. As Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In embracing this wisdom, we learn that in loss, we don't just lose people. We return them to the universe, carrying forward their memory and the lessons they've taught us, in a way that honors both our emotions and our resilience. Sometimes we fall into despair and trouble because life does not go as we wish. We drift, searching for the answer to the question, how can we escape the suffering in this life? But life is impermanent, and there is nothing we can foresee or avoid. 1. Recognizing and accepting suffering. In our journey through life, we often encounter suffering and sorrow, yet many of us shy away from these experiences, fearing to confront them head-on. This avoidance can lead us down a path of deeper despair, trapping us in a cycle of unhappiness and pain. However, as Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh insightfully points out in his book, Heartfelt with Mother Earth, there's a transformative power in acknowledging our suffering. If we acknowledge that we are suffering, then we have a chance to transform that suffering, he says. This profound statement underscores the importance of facing our pain with openness and mindfulness. By accepting suffering as an integral part of the human experience, we give ourselves the opportunity to delve deeply into our inner world. It's in this introspection and mindful listening to our own hearts that we can find understanding and, ultimately, relief from our pain. It's about being fully present with ourselves, embracing our struggles, and learning from them. This approach aligns with the wisdom of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, who once said, "The obstacle on the path becomes the way." In embracing our suffering, we don't just endure it. We transform it into a pathway for growth and enlightenment. When you're on a journey and the road ahead is shrouded in darkness, instead of turning back or standing still engulfed by fear, you choose to light a torch, the torch of awareness. With each step, the light of understanding illuminates your path, revealing not just the obstacles but also the way through them. This is the essence of embracing suffering. It's about seeing the challenges of life not as insurmountable barriers, but as opportunities for deep personal growth and understanding. So, as you listen, remember that suffering is not something to be avoided or feared. It's a part of your journey, a segment of your story. By acknowledging and embracing it, you open the door to a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Let this knowledge be a source of strength and inspiration as you navigate the complexities of life. 2. Practicing mindfulness and breathing. Train yourself in the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness and breathing, sitting meditation, walking meditation. Because when doing these things mindfully, we become stronger and more stable. Without mindfulness, we can be truly overwhelmed. But with mindfulness, we are more proactive. We have the opportunity to understand our suffering and see a way out of our problems. When we understand our suffering, the suffering itself will transform. We talk about the art of suffering. We can learn to create happiness from transforming suffering. We learn a lot from our suffering. Besides, we can listen to our suffering with compassion, and we can do the same for others. When we see someone suffering, compassion flows from our hearts, and we want to do something to alleviate their suffering. Because we see and understand their suffering, we will not criticize their actions or words. We just want to help them suffer less. We can accept suffering in the following ways. 3. Understanding that nothing is born, nothing dies. We think that our loved ones have come from somewhere, and now will go somewhere else. But the nature of reality is neither coming nor going. We do not come from anywhere and do not go anywhere. When conditions are sufficient, we manifest, and when conditions are no longer sufficient, we are hidden. This does not mean that we do not exist. Just like when radio waves do not emit sound, they are just not manifesting. When we lose someone we love, we surely suffer. But if you look deeply, you have the opportunity to realize that the essence of that person is unborn, undying. There is only manifestation and cessation to manifest in another form. You have to be very sharp and awake to recognize the new manifestation of your loved one. But with practice and effort, you can do this. If we know how to practice and deeply understand the reality of unborn undying, if we understand that coming, going, to, fro are just concepts, and if we are present firmly and peacefully, then we can help those who are dying. We can help them reduce their fear and suffering. We can help them die peacefully. We can help ourselves understand that there is no death, meaning no fear. There is only continuation. Once you understand that human life and the universe are just manifestations, we will be immensely peaceful. If you are suffering from the loss of a loved one, please practice looking deeply to heal the wound in you. 4. Practicing impermanence. We often feel sad and suffer a lot when things change. But change, impermanence, has its positive side. Thanks to impermanence, everything has the opportunity. Life exists thanks to impermanence. If a corn kernel is not impermanent, it can never turn into a corn plant. Without impermanence, the corn plant cannot give us corn to eat. If your daughter does not change, she cannot grow up to become a woman, and your grandchild will never be born. So instead of complaining about impermanence, we should say, "Welcome impermanence, may impermanence last forever." Let's be joyful. When we see the miracle of impermanence, our sadness will pass. All of us can understand impermanence with our minds, but that is not enough to understand its true meaning. The mind does not lead us to liberation. When we are firm and determined, we can practice looking deeply. When looking deeply and understanding the nature of impermanence, we can contemplate on that deep understanding. Thus, the understanding of impermanence becomes a part of us. It becomes our daily practice. We must maintain awareness of impermanence to be able to see and live with impermanence at all times. If we meditate on the object of impermanence, we will nurture awareness of impermanence, making it live within us every day. Practicing like this, impermanence will be the key that opens the door to the truth of reality. As we conclude our journey through the Stoic perspective on loss and grief, as illuminated by Seneca, let's remember that the path to emotional resilience is not about eliminating our feelings, but about managing them with wisdom and moderation. In our daily lives, each of us faces challenges and losses that can stir deep emotions. Yet by embracing Stoic principles, we can find a balanced way to navigate these experiences, fostering personal growth and inner peace. I encourage you, as viewers of Stoic in Your Life, to reflect on how you can apply these teachings to your own experiences with loss and grief. How might a Stoic approach change the way you handle difficult emotions? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights not only enrich our community, but also aid in your own journey of self-discovery and emotional growth. Remember, you don't lose people, you return them to the universe. And in doing so, you gain an opportunity to grow stronger and more resilient. Let's continue this journey together, exploring and applying Stoic wisdom in our lives. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more insights into living a balanced and fulfilling life. Thank you for watching, and may you find strength and serenity on your Stoic path. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela. In the journey of life, especially as we navigate through our 30s, 40s, and beyond, we often encounter storms that test our resilience. You're not alone if you've felt besieged by life's challenges, feeling each day as an uphill battle. But remember, it's not the hardships that define us, but how we respond to them. In the face of adversity, it's easy to feel overlooked and underestimated. Yet here lies your hidden strength, the ability to rise above doubts, not with grand gestures, but through cultivating inner fortitude and wisdom. I recall a time when life seemed overwhelmingly against me. Overwhelmed with sadness and confusion, I felt my strength waning. However, a pivotal realization dawned upon me. The approval I sought needed to come from within, not from others. This led me to embrace what I call quiet time, a practice of introspection and tuning out the world's noise, focusing instead on my inner voice. This journey isn't easy. In silence, worries and fears often scream the loudest. Yet, confronting them is the crucible in which true strength is forged. Join me as we explore a step-by-step guide to crafting your most remarkable comeback. Stay tuned to embark on a transformative journey in 2024. Let's begin. 1. Learn a new skill. The first in the wise words of Epictetus. We should not, like children, be led by the nose with externals, but like men, grow our own internal resources. This profound statement echoes the essence of our journey in making the greatest comeback of our lives. It's an invitation to delve into the realm of self-improvement and personal growth. Imagine embarking on a path where you choose to learn a new skill, something that genuinely excites and invigorates your spirit. This could be anything from mastering the strings of a guitar, nurturing a garden from the soil up, unraveling the complexities of coding, to the art of culinary finesse. The beauty of this endeavor lies not in its external rewards, but in the internal satisfaction and sense of accomplishment it brings. As you immerse yourself in this new skill, remember that the challenge it presents is not a hurdle, but a stepping stone towards rebuilding yourself. It's a testament to your resilience and your commitment to not just exist, but to thrive and excel. This process is akin to the Stoic practice of turning obstacles into opportunities. It's not merely about acquiring a skill for monetary gain or superficial accolades. It's a transformative experience that molds you into a more competent, confident, and fulfilled individual. Incorporating this into our modern lives, where the hustle often leaves us disconnected from our passions, learning a new skill becomes a powerful act of reconnection with our inner selves. It's a reminder that in the midst of life's tumult, we have the power to create, to grow, and to emerge stronger. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Let this new skill be your way to not only make a comeback, but to craft a life of purpose, passion, and unyielding strength. To start your quiet time, we're diving into the art of making the greatest comeback of your life, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Picture this: you're embarking on a journey inward, a journey to the most tranquil sanctuary you can ever find, your own soul. Marcus Aurelius, a sage of Stoicism, once beautifully articulated, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." This profound statement isn't just poetic, it's your first step towards a profound comeback. When you're turning off the constant buzzing of social media, the endless stream of notifications, and the cacophony of the world's opinions, it's not about vanishing from the world, it's about emerging into your true self. Ask yourself, what stirs joy in your heart? What activities make time stand still for you? Who is the person you aspire to be? This isn't just idle introspection, it's a quest to uncover the essence of your being. In this quiet time, you're not just stepping away from the world's noise, you're stepping into a realm of self-discovery and personal truth. It's a time to align with your core values, to resonate with what genuinely makes you happy, and to sculpt the person you are destined to be. Remember, as another Stoic philosopher, Seneca, said, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Don't waste this time. Use it to rediscover yourself, to rebuild, and to make the greatest comeback of your life. This is your moment, your journey, your transformation. Embrace it with open arms and a willing heart. 3. Positive power. In this segment, we're diving into the essence of positive power, a concept beautifully encapsulated by Seneca's profound words: "What stands in the way becomes the way." This is where you, the listener, learn to transform negatives into positives. Imagine the people who doubted you, the failures you've encountered. Now picture using these, not as sources of bitterness, but as fuel for your journey. It's like telling yourself, these challenges, I'm going to use them to enhance my life. This isn't a quest for revenge, it's a transformative journey. Think of it as alchemy, where you turn lead into gold. Every setback, every doubter in your life becomes a stepping stone towards your greatness. It's about taking those moments of despair and converting them into lessons of resilience and strength. Let me tell you a story that resonates with this idea. There was once a renowned artist who faced numerous rejections in his early career. Instead of succumbing to despair, he used each rejection as a motivation to refine his art. Today, he's celebrated worldwide, a testament to the power of positive transformation. This approach is not just about overcoming obstacles. It's about redefining them. It's about seeing every hurdle not as a barrier, but as an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. As you listen, I want you to think about your own life. Identify those moments or people that seemed like barriers. Now reimagine them as catalysts for your comeback. In conclusion, embrace your challenges and let them propel you towards your greatest comeback. Use this Stoic principle to not just navigate, but master the ebbs and flows of life. Remember, it's not about what happens to you, but how you use it to improve your life. So, take this advice, apply it, and watch as you make the greatest comeback of your life. Most embrace gratitude wholeheartedly. Reflect on the profound words of Epictetus. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. This timeless wisdom reminds us to cherish each moment and find joy in the simple things. Whether it's the warmth of the sun, a satisfying meal, or an unexpected call from an old friend, there's always something to be grateful for. Gratitude is more than just a feeling. It's a transformative practice that reshapes our perspective, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. It encourages us to see the fullness in our lives, shifting our focus from the absence to the abundance that surrounds us. In today's fast-paced world, where ambitions often overshadow appreciation, practicing gratitude is a powerful tool. It grounds us, fosters contentment, and nurtures a resilient spirit, essential for making the greatest comeback of your life. By integrating this Stoic principle into your daily routine, you cultivate a mindset that not only acknowledges but also celebrates the present, paving the way for a life filled with more satisfaction and less longing. Is that a good list? We're going to explore a powerful tool in your journey towards personal greatness, something I like to call the good list. Imagine for a moment the traits that you believe define a truly great individual. These might include courage, thoughtfulness, patience, resilience, and many others. Now take a moment to write these qualities down. This isn't just a casual exercise. It's a crucial step in visualizing and actualizing the person you aspire to be. Keep this list in a place where you'll see it every day. It's not just a list, it's a beacon, guiding you towards your best self. Every time you feel yourself drifting away from your path, or when life's challenges seem overwhelming, glance at your list. It's a powerful reminder of the qualities you're striving to embody. This list is your personal roadmap, charting the course to the greatest version of yourself. It's a journey of transformation, where each quality on your list becomes a stepping stone towards personal excellence. Remember, as the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This list is a tool to shape your reactions, to mold them in the image of greatness you've envisioned. It's about embracing the Stoic principle of focusing on what's within your control, your actions, your thoughts, your character. By doing so, you're not just dreaming of greatness, you're actively forging it within yourself. So, as you listen to this, think about those qualities. Reflect on them not just as ideals, but as practical, achievable aspects of your character. This is your journey, your story, and in this story you're the hero striving each day to embody the virtues on your good list, making every step a stride towards the greatest comeback of your life. 6. Set realistic goals. In your journey to make the greatest comeback of your life, setting realistic goals is a cornerstone. Imagine these goals as beacons, guiding you towards the person you aspire to become, deeply rooted in your values. Now picture breaking these goals into smaller, more manageable tasks. It's like constructing a mosaic piece by piece, each small tile contributing to a larger, beautiful picture. Consistency is key here. In Stoicism, we learn to cherish the journey, not just the destination. Every small victory, every inch of progress deserves celebration. Remember, each step forward, no matter how tiny, is a stride towards the better version of yourself. As you embark on this path, keep the Stoic wisdom close to your heart. Focus on what lies within your power and release what doesn't. This mindset is not just about achieving goals, it's about maintaining serenity and motivation. Think of Thomas Edison and his journey to invent the light bulb. He faced countless failures, yet he saw each as a step forward, a lesson learned. His focus was not solely on the invention, but on the process of inventing. He once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This embodies the Stoic spirit of focusing on the process and learning from each step, regardless of the outcome. So, as you forge ahead, remember Edison's perseverance. Embrace each challenge as an opportunity to grow, and each setback as a lesson. This is the essence of making the greatest comeback. Your journey is unique, and your progress, no matter the pace, is significant. Remember, in the grand tapestry of life, every thread you weave, every step you take is integral to the masterpiece you are creating. Keep moving forward, with a serene mind and a resilient spirit, and let the Stoic wisdom guide you to not just a comeback, but a transformation. 7. Stay consistent. In your journey to make the greatest comeback of your life, remember the wise words of Marcus Aurelius. Success is the product of daily habits, not once-in-a-lifetime transformations. This profound statement underlines a crucial aspect of Stoicism and life itself, the power of consistency. It's not the grand, sweeping changes that shape our destiny, but the small, daily actions we take. Imagine your life as a mosaic, each day adding a tiny piece to the bigger picture. By dedicating time each day to quiet reflection, continuous learning, and positively leveraging your experiences, you're laying down the foundation for a resilient and fulfilling life. Think of your good list as your compass, guiding you through the highs and lows, ensuring you stay true to your path. Remember, it's not about making a giant leap overnight, but about moving forward, step by step, with unwavering determination. Let me share a story. There was once a traveler who faced numerous obstacles on his journey. Instead of trying to overcome them all at once, he tackled each challenge one day at a time, learning and growing with each step. His journey wasn't easy, but his consistent efforts led him to his destination, wiser and stronger than before. This story mirrors our own lives. We may face setbacks and challenges, but by staying consistent in our efforts and true to our principles, we can navigate through them. So as you listen, reflect on how you can incorporate this lesson into your daily life. Embrace the power of small, consistent steps, and watch as they lead you to the greatest comeback of your life. Remember, in the words of Marcus Aurelius, success truly is the product of daily habits. Let this be your guiding light as you forge your path forward. 8. Share your journey. In your journey to make the greatest comeback of your life, embracing the Stoic principle of contributing to the common good is crucial. Imagine this. As you navigate through your challenges, fortified by Stoic wisdom, you reach a point where you're ready to share your experiences. This isn't about showcasing your triumphs. It's about humbly offering insights gained from your path. Stoicism, after all, teaches us the value of community and the importance of supporting each other. Think of it like this: your story becomes a beacon of guidance and inspiration for others. It's a cycle of learning and teaching, where your experiences, much like those of Marcus Aurelius or Seneca, transform into valuable lessons for someone else. By sharing, you're not just reinforcing your own understanding, but also lighting the way for others. So, as you tell your tale, remember, it's not just your comeback story. It's a roadmap for others to follow, a testament to resilience and the power of Stoic principles in overcoming life's hurdles. Let your story be the one that sparks a change in someone else's life, guiding them towards their own remarkable comeback. 9. Cultivate resilience. In this segment, we delve into the 8th principle of making the greatest comeback of your life, inspired by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Cultivating resilience. Remember, as the Stoics profoundly teach us, our true essence isn't shaped by the events that unfold in our lives, but rather by our responses to them. On this path to resurgence, it's crucial to focus on nurturing resilience. This involves embracing the unchangeable aspects of life and summoning the courage to confront challenges with unwavering strength. Think of resilience as a muscle that grows more robust with exercise. Each obstacle you surmount isn't just a hurdle crossed. It's a step towards forging a more resilient version of yourself. It's about transforming every setback into a setup for a remarkable comeback. As the great Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." This quote encapsulates the essence of resilience in Stoicism. By facing adversities, not only do we navigate through them, but we also emerge stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the journey ahead. In your quest for a comeback, remember that resilience is your ally. It's about acknowledging that while we cannot control every aspect of our lives, we hold the power to control our reactions. This principle is a beacon of hope and strength, guiding you through the ebbs and flows of life. As you listen, imagine yourself growing stronger with each challenge, building a resilient spirit that not only endures, but thrives amidst life's trials. This is the heart of Stoicism and the core of your journey towards making the greatest comeback of your life. As you balance emotions with logic, in the pursuit of making the greatest comeback of your life, embracing the Stoic principle of balancing emotions with logic is pivotal. Stoicism, a philosophy that has stood the test of time, underscores the significance of harmonizing our emotional responses with reasoned thought. It's a common human experience to be swept away by strong emotions, especially during challenging times. However, the key to a resilient comeback lies not in succumbing to these emotional tides, but in steering them with the rudder of logic and reason. When a storm hits, it's the captain who remains calm and rational that navigates the ship safely. Similarly, in life, when you encounter setbacks or failures, it's crucial to resist the urge to react impulsively. Instead, take a moment to step back. Analyze the situation with a calm and rational mind. Pose yourself the questions: what lessons does this experience teach me? And how can I approach this situation more effectively? This method of introspection and rational analysis is not just about making better decisions. It's about cultivating a life of tranquility and control. As Seneca once said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." This highlights the Stoic belief that our reactions to events, rather than the events themselves, often cause us more distress. By applying this Stoic principle to modern life, we can offer practical advice in today's fast-paced world, where emotional reactions are often amplified by social media and a constant barrage of information. Taking the time to balance these reactions with thoughtful analysis is more important than ever. This approach not only aids in personal growth and making a significant comeback, but also in leading a life that is more aligned with your true values and goals. Remember, the greatest comeback is not just about overcoming a specific challenge, it's about transforming your approach to life's challenges as a whole. To become great, you need to learn how to say no to good things. Jim Collins, in his insightful book From Good to Great, profoundly stated, "Good is the enemy of great." This compelling idea suggests that by settling for what's merely good, we inadvertently close the door to achieving greatness. It's a trap that even the most seasoned entrepreneurs, educators, and leaders often fall into, getting mired in projects and opportunities that are satisfactory, but not exceptional. This mindset limits our potential, as we miss out on extraordinary opportunities while preoccupied with the mediocre. Reflecting on this, the Pareto principle comes to mind, where 20% of our efforts yield 80% of our results. This principle, named after economist Vilfredo Pareto, highlights a universal truth. A small fraction of our actions significantly impacts our lives. Imagine if we meticulously identified and focused on these impactful activities, discarding the trivial 80% that contributes little to our success and happiness. By doing so, we could accelerate our journey towards our goals, enhancing our lives remarkably. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." This resonates deeply with the concept of saying no to the good to make room for the great. Envision a life where, instead of succumbing to the lure of television, aimless internet surfing, or menial tasks, we invest our time in nurturing relationships, pursuing passions, and creating new opportunities. Such a life is not only more fulfilling, but also a testament to the power of discernment and focus. In essence, the journey from good to great involves a conscious choice to prioritize what truly matters. It's about recognizing the value of our time and the impact of our decisions. By embracing this philosophy, we open ourselves to a world of possibilities, where greatness is not just an aspiration but a tangible reality. In the inspiring journey of Sylvester Stallone, we find a powerful lesson about the art of saying no to good things to achieve greatness. Stallone, after penning the script for Rocky, faced a pivotal decision. Producers were eager to transform his script into a movie, but they had other actors in mind for the lead role, names like James Caan, Ryan O'Neal, and Burt Reynolds. However, Stallone held firm to his vision, insisting on playing Rocky Balboa himself. His determination paid off. With a sponsor who believed in his dream, Stallone shot the film in just 28 days in his hometown. The result? Rocky skyrocketed to success in 1976, raking in $225 million and sweeping the Oscars for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, and Best Screenplay. Stallone didn't just create a film, he launched a billion-dollar franchise with Rocky and John Rambo. This story begs the question, what greatness awaits you if you learn to say no to merely good opportunities? How do you distinguish between what's good and what's truly great? Here's a 4-step guide to help you navigate this. 1. List your opportunities. Draw a line down the middle of a page. On one side, jot down good opportunities, on the other, list the great ones. This visual aid helps you clarify your thoughts, identify unresolved issues, gather necessary information, and devise an action plan. It's a tool to ensure your choices align with your life's main purpose, not just distractions leading you astray. 2. Seek wisdom from advisors. Consult with experienced individuals. Their insights and probing questions can illuminate aspects of life opportunities you might overlook. They can forewarn you of potential challenges and assist in evaluating the complexities of your choices, including the investment of time, money, effort, passion, and the stress involved. 3. Conduct a trial. Test the waters before diving in. If you're eyeing a new career, start with part-time work or freelance projects in that field. If it's a significant life change or a volunteer endeavor, consider a short-term commitment to gauge your passion and fit. 4. Evaluate your current activities. Reflect on how you spend your time. Are these activities serving your ultimate purpose? Could saying no to some of these free up time for more meaningful pursuits? Remember, As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Stallone's story and these steps remind us that the path to greatness often requires the courage to say no to the good, to make room for the great. As we come to the end of this video, I want to remind you that the Stoic principles we've discussed are more than just ideas. They are tools for transformation. Your journey towards the greatest comeback of your life in 2024 starts with applying these principles daily. Remember, it's about taking control of what's within your power and releasing what's not. It's about growing stronger from the inside out. I encourage you to start today. Take one small step towards your goals and then another. Keep the focus on your personal growth and happiness, and as you do, share your experiences with us. Comment below with the steps you're taking, the challenges you're overcoming, and the victories, no matter how small, that you're achieving. Your story could inspire someone else on their path, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more insights and guidance on your journey. Together, let's make 2024 a year of remarkable personal growth and happiness. Remember, you have the strength to change your life. Let's embark on this journey together. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life. Why am I not getting the attention and respect I deserve? It's a question that echoes in the minds of many, and today we're going to address it head on. Picture this. You walk into a room, and instantly, the atmosphere changes. Heads turn, eyes lock onto you, and a wave of respect washes over the crowd. Your presence commands attention, not just as a fleeting moment, but as a powerful, enduring force. This isn't a fantasy. It's the result of mastering 7 potent strategies grounded in Stoic philosophy. In our journey today, we'll delve into these transformative techniques, each designed to elevate your presence and ensure your value is not just recognized, but sought after. These aren't mere superficial tactics. They are profound shifts that begin within you, radiating outwards to influence every interaction. We're not talking about capturing a momentary spotlight. We're talking about building an aura of influence that lingers, impacting others long after you've left the room. So, if you're ready to transform how others perceive and value you, join me as we embark on this enlightening path. Let's dive into the world of Stoicism and uncover the 7 powerful strategies that will make them beg for your presence and value your contribution. Let's begin. One, embrace rarity. In our journey through Stoicism, let's explore a powerful strategy: embrace rarity. This concept isn't about creating a facade of inaccessibility or distancing yourself socially. It's about understanding the profound impact of selective presence. When you immerse yourself in activities that nourish your mind and soul, your availability naturally becomes limited. This isn't a tactic to appear uninterested or aloof. Rather, it's a conscious decision to invest your time and energy in pursuits that truly matter. Consider this. When you're always on hand, always part of the scene, there's a risk of blending into the background, becoming an overlooked part of the scenery. However, by choosing your engagements wisely, ensuring that each interaction is meaningful and intentional, you stand out. You're not just another face in the crowd. You become a figure of prominence, commanding attention and respect. This strategy isn't about crafting an elusive mystique. It's about making a deliberate choice to engage in activities and form connections that align with your core values and goals. By doing so, you bring more value to each interaction. You demonstrate a deep understanding of the worth of your time and contributions. This, in turn, becomes a catalyst for earning genuine recognition and respect from others. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." In embracing rarity, you're not seeking to have less interaction, but rather, to crave more meaningful connections. This approach not only aligns with Stoic principles but also resonates deeply in our contemporary lives. where the quality of connections often outweighs quantity. By applying this strategy, you're not just navigating through life, you're sculpting a life of purpose and respect. 2. Embrace genuine authenticity. In the realm of Stoicism, the pursuit of authenticity is not just a mere suggestion but a fundamental principle. This method, deeply rooted in the Stoic philosophy, underscores the significance of authenticity as a guiding force in life. It's about delving into activities and endeavors that resonate with your true self, mirroring the Stoic belief in living in harmony with one's nature. Through authenticity, you don't just exist, you radiate an original source of inspiration and intrigue to those around you. Authenticity empowers you to craft your narrative and tread a path that's uniquely yours. It's about recognizing and valuing the immense worth of your genuine self and contributions. By steadfastly maintaining your authenticity, you become a beacon of inspiration, much like the Stoic philosophers who remained true to their principles amidst adversity. This approach paves the way for forging deeper, more meaningful connections, echoing the Stoic ideal of fostering community and mutual support. This strategy cultivates a culture of mutual respect and support, urging everyone to unveil their true selves and enrich each other's life stories. At its core, this strategy accentuates the transformative power of authenticity in garnering genuine interest and esteem. It motivates you to act with sincere intent, a sentiment echoed in the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. By wholeheartedly embracing your passions and values, you naturally attract people to your unique journey, much like a Stoic remains unwavering in their pursuit of virtue. In today's fast-paced world where authenticity often takes a backseat to societal expectations, this strategy is a reminder to stay true to oneself. It's an invitation to weave Stoic principles into the fabric of modern life, offering practical guidance on how to remain authentic in a world that often values conformity. By embodying this strategy, you not only enrich your life but also become a source of inspiration for others to follow suit, fostering a community where authenticity is celebrated and valued. 3. Master the art of retreat. In our journey through Stoicism, we encounter the powerful practice of mastering the art of retreat. This isn't about fleeing or showing weakness. Rather, it's a profound demonstration of self-respect and prioritizing your well-being. Imagine you're at a crossroads where paths diverge based on your values and limits. Here, you have the courage to step back from situations, connections, or pursuits that clash with your inner harmony. This isn't a hasty or impulsive move, but a thoughtful retreat. A strategic withdrawal to assess if certain aspects of your life truly align with your well-being. This practice is a testament to your inner strength and a commitment to valuing your own needs. It's about knowing when to pause and reflect, understanding that not every battle is worth fighting. By choosing the right moment to step back, you send a powerful message about your self-worth. It's a conscious choice to free yourself from the chains of desired outcomes. By mastering this art, you reclaim control over your life. You recognize that your time, energy, and emotional investment are precious, reserved for endeavors that resonate with your core values and aspirations. Interestingly, when you exercise this option, it often leads to a transformation in how others perceive and prioritize you. They start to understand the value they risk losing. This isn't manipulation. It's a protective measure for your well-being and dignity. Let's draw inspiration from a story of the Stoic philosopher Seneca. He once advised a friend struggling with societal pressures to retreat into his own mind, to find peace and clarity away from the chaos. Seneca's wisdom echoes through time, reminding us that sometimes the bravest thing we can do is to step back, to retreat into our own sanctuary of thoughts and values, and emerge stronger and more aligned with our true selves. In conclusion, dear listeners, embrace the art of retreat. It's a strategic move that not only preserves your well-being, but also teaches others to value you more. Remember, your life is a precious canvas. Paint it with choices that reflect your true colors. Let this be a lesson and an inspiration to improve your life, aligning it more closely with the serene wisdom of Stoicism. 4. Mastering silence. In our fourth strategy, mastering silence, and we delve into the profound impact of intentional communication. Imagine this. Sometimes, by not rushing to speak or initiate conversations, you create a space where others feel compelled to step forward. This isn't about being aloof or inaccessible. Rather, it's about striking a balance between being available and valuing your own time and presence. Silence, in this context, is a powerful tool. It's not about creating distance, but about understanding the strength that lies in conscious stillness. This silence offers a moment for introspection, not just for you, but also for those you interact with, paving the way for deeper understanding and stronger connections. By embracing the art of silence, you exude a sense of self-assurance and control. It shows that you're not driven by a need for constant conversation or interaction. Instead, your actions stem from a desire for meaningful and thoughtful communication. This approach isn't about speaking less, it's about making sure that when you do speak, your words carry weight and relevance. It's about choosing the right moment to share your thoughts, ensuring that your communication is impactful and purposeful. Epictetus, who said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This encapsulates the essence of mastering silence. It's about listening more and speaking less, but when you do speak, your words are deliberate and considered. This method fosters deeper, more meaningful connections and interactions. By using silence as a pathway to insight, you invite more genuine and heartfelt exchanges with others. It's about understanding the power of your presence and the impact of your words, ensuring that every conversation you engage in is rich with purpose and sincerity. 5. Dominate your space. Dominating your space is an art that blends assertiveness with a profound understanding of your intrinsic worth. It's about speaking up with confidence when your insights are valuable and stepping into a leadership role when circumstances demand it. This assertiveness isn't a display of ego. Rather, it's a manifestation of a deep-seated belief in the significance of your contributions. It's rooted in the Stoic principle that you are the master of your own value. In practicing this, you not only assert your space but also inspire others to recognize and respect your input. This is more than just an exercise in self-representation. It's a journey in building self-esteem. It involves recognizing your worth as an indispensable contributor and realizing that your presence has the power to positively influence and energize those around you. This mindset empowers you to step into any environment with confidence, secure in the knowledge that your contributions are not only valid but highly valued. It's about choosing environments and connections that align with your principles and aspirations. This approach doesn't imply arrogance but rather a healthy sense of self-respect. It's about being judicious with your time and energy, gravitating toward spaces where your efforts are not just acknowledged, but celebrated. To echo the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. In the modern world, this translates to selecting your battles wisely and investing your energies where they will be most effective and appreciated. The advice here is to cultivate an environment where your strengths are not only recognized but also sought after, thereby creating a dynamic where you are valued and your presence is a source of inspiration. 6. Build your own happiness. In our 6th strategy, we delve into the art of crafting your own happiness, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. This approach is rooted in the powerful concept of self-reliance, recognizing that true contentment springs from within. It's not about the accolades or approval of others, but about your inner journey. Imagine embarking on a voyage of self-discovery, where you identify what truly brings you joy. It could be the small victories of everyday life, significant personal achievements, or those quiet moments of reflection. This journey teaches you to find satisfaction in life's simple yet profound aspects, whether in your career, personal growth, or tranquil moments of daily introspection. By finding joy in these elements, you cultivate a deep sense of self-worth and fulfillment. This doesn't mean you're isolating yourself from the world. Rather, it's about drawing contentment from the stable and controllable parts of your life. This practice fosters independence and resilience, equipping you with an inner compass that remains steady, regardless of external shifts or opinions. This self-reliance becomes a beacon, drawing others to your positive, confident energy. Remember the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca: true happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future. By charting your own course into happiness, you emit an inviting aura that resonates with those around you. In conclusion, build your happiness from within. This inner joy becomes your guide, a source of strength in life's journey, and a magnet for positive relationships. Embrace this path, and watch as the world begins to value and gravitate towards the serene confidence you exude. 7. Embrace the path of lifelong learning and growth. In this final strategy, we delve into the profound importance of unceasing self-improvement and education. Imagine life as an ever-unfolding journey, rich with lessons at every turn. Each success and setback is a hidden treasure, offering insights and opportunities for personal evolution. To embrace this path means to actively seek out new knowledge, skills, and experiences. This could manifest in various forms, from voracious reading and pursuing further education, to embracing new challenges in your personal and professional spheres. Adopting this mindset does more than just expand your worldview. It enhances your ability to contribute meaningfully in conversations and collaborative endeavors. When you embody a growth mindset, you become a beacon of inspiration, encouraging those around you to also embrace the pursuit of knowledge and self-betterment. This commitment is a testament to your dedication to personal excellence and the belief that there is always room for improvement. Being loved and respected are two things that each of us hopes to receive in both work and life. The advice from two experts, Lynn Taylor and Michael Kerr, will help you realize that goal. According to Lynn Taylor, a national expert on the workplace and an author, being respected is partly about being consistent in your beliefs. This means you don't always have to please everyone with your decisions. Taylor and Michael Kerr, an international business speaker and author of The Humor Advantage, shared with Business Insider the best and fastest ways for you to gain respect in both work and life. 1. Respect others. This is a chicken and egg relationship, a term coined by Kerr. It's simple yet profound. When you show respect to others, they're naturally inclined to reciprocate. This isn't about who's above or below you in rank or status. It's about universal respect. Taylor, an expert in interpersonal dynamics, underscores this by advocating for equal respect for everyone, no matter their position. Imagine treating the CEO and the janitor with the same level of courtesy and consideration. This approach not only fosters a positive environment but also sets a powerful example. It's like a ripple effect. Your actions can inspire others to follow suit, creating a culture of mutual respect. Remember, respect isn't just about how you treat others. It's also a reflection of your character. As the saying goes, treat others how you want to be treated. This timeless wisdom holds true in every aspect of life. By embracing this philosophy, you'll not only earn respect but also become a respected leader and a source of inspiration for those around you. So, let's start this journey of respect together, transforming our workplaces and lives, one respectful interaction at a time. 2. Always keep promises. In the words of Kerr, the quickest path to diminishing others' trust and respect is to become someone known for breaking promises. Echoing this sentiment, Taylor emphasizes the importance of not just meeting deadlines, but being a reliable figure capable of handling any task at any time. This reliability stems from the understanding that others depend on you. In the realm of respect and trust, actions speak louder than words. To reinforce this, consider the words of American author Stephen Covey. Trust is the glue of life. It's the most essential ingredient in effective communication. It's the foundational principle that holds all relationships. This quote underlines the significance of keeping promises as a cornerstone of trust and respect in both professional and personal spheres. 3. Do more than you say, and let actions prove everything. A surefire way to lose respect is to constantly boast about your abilities without backing them up with actions. Kerr advises against letting ego obstruct your growth, emphasizing that true recognition comes from your work, not your words. Your colleagues will naturally notice and appreciate your efforts if they are genuine and consistent. In today's fast-paced world, where everyone is striving to make an impression, it's your actions that set you apart. As the old saying goes, actions speak louder than words. This principle is especially relevant in modern society, where authenticity and integrity are highly valued. By focusing on action over rhetoric, you not only gain respect, but also become a role model for others, demonstrating the power of dedication and hard work. 4. Help others when they need. Suppose you know a colleague is having difficulty completing a project. Advise them to go talk to an employee from another department with the appropriate expertise who can help them. Helping others doesn't mean you rush into their difficulties without any thought. Instead, you should consider and analyze the situation, see if you can solve it, how much you can help, and in what way. Lynn Taylor says people will respect you more if you establish some reasonable boundaries when helping others. Don't take on everything yourself. 5. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Taylor, an expert in human interactions, highlights that showing vulnerability by asking for help can actually build trust. It's a reminder that we're all human, and sometimes needing a hand is not a weakness, but a bridge to stronger relationships. 6. Say what you think. Kerr puts it brilliantly. Honesty and frankness are a really important part of respect. We often don't respect people who are vague and unclear. This is a call to embrace your truth, to say what you think. It's not just about being honest, but also about being constructive in your frankness. Even if others disagree, they'll likely respect your clarity and intention. 7. Always try to do things better. Let's consider our approach to tasks and challenges. The goal is to avoid settling for the lowest common denominator. Strive to do things better, constantly improve and elevate your standards. This pursuit of excellence isn't just about personal growth. It's about how it elevates your standing in the eyes of others. As you grow and excel, so does the respect you command. Think of the legendary basketball player Michael Jordan. His relentless pursuit of excellence, constantly practicing and refining his skills, not only made him one of the greatest athletes but also earned him immense respect both on and off the court. His story teaches us that excellence is a journey, not a destination. 8. Acknowledge your mistakes. In the realm of professional respect and personal growth, it's crucial to acknowledge our mistakes. Whether you're an intern or a CEO, embracing responsibility for your errors is vital. As Kerr insightfully points out, it's essential to own your work and admit your faults rather than making excuses. This approach not only cultivates respect, but also fosters a more satisfying work environment. Echoing this sentiment, Taylor references a study revealing that a staggering 91% of employees feel more content in their jobs when their superiors admit their own mistakes. 9. Be humorous. Kerr's research uncovers a fascinating facet of leadership. Those with a sense of humor are often held in higher regard. It's a reminder that while professionalism is key, so is the ability to lighten the mood. We generally don't find ourselves respecting those who are excessively stern. 10. Show kindness. Kindness plays a pivotal role in how we're perceived. Kerr's words ring true. No one respects bullies. No one respects a braggart. Simple acts of kindness, whether it's a warm good morning to colleagues or showing genuine interest in their lives, can significantly impact. Such gestures, though small, are powerful in gaining the affection and trust of those around us. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice. This quote aptly encapsulates the essence of earning respect in both our personal and professional spheres. By acknowledging our mistakes with humility, infusing humor into our leadership, and extending kindness, we not only pave the way for a more harmonious work environment, but also embody the virtues that command genuine respect. 11. Be ready to change your mind. Kerr's advice resonates deeply. Listen to others, be open to altering your viewpoint based on new insights. This flexibility doesn't signify weakness. Rather, it's a strength that garners respect and encourages open communication. Imagine a leader who listens intently, making you feel like the sole focus of their attention. That's the kind of leader who earns admiration and loyalty. 12. Learn to listen to what others say. Listening is just one piece of the puzzle. It's equally important to see the good in everything and everyone. Avoid being a Debbie Downer. Instead, seek the silver lining in every cloud. This positive outlook isn't just about feeling good. It's a strategy that earns respect and fosters a positive environment. As Winston Churchill famously said, attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Your attitude can transform challenges into opportunities, influencing those around you to adopt a similar perspective. 13. Know how to praise and acknowledge others' achievements at the right time. Acknowledging others' achievements is another key aspect. Be the leader who says we instead of I. When you praise and recognize the efforts of your team, you're not just boosting morale, you're building a culture of appreciation and respect. This approach doesn't diminish your authority. Rather, it enhances it by showing that you value and respect the contributions of others. 14. Understand what you stand for in life. Finally, understanding and standing firm on your principles is paramount. Identify the core values that define you and never compromise on them. People may not always agree with your principles, but they will respect you for consistently upholding them. This steadfastness in a world of constant change and moral ambiguity is a beacon of integrity and earns you respect both in your professional and personal life. Incorporating these principles into your life isn't just about gaining respect. It's about becoming a person who is respected for their listening skills, positivity, appreciation of others, and unwavering principles. These qualities are timeless and resonate deeply in our modern, fast-paced world, offering a guiding light for those seeking to navigate the complexities of work and life with honor and respect. As we conclude our exploration of the 7 pivotal strategies to elevate your value and self-assurance, remember that these are not tools for manipulation, but reflections of your inner fortitude. The responsibility of building your worth lies in your hands. By integrating these principles, you position yourself as a person of substance, who values their own worth too much to settle for anything less. The essence of a fulfilling life is found in balancing kindness with self-respect, availability with a sense of self-worth, and engagement with self-care. As Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." As you embark on this journey, do so with mindfulness and integrity. Until we meet again. Among the 7 powerful strategies to make them value you, which topic impresses you the most? Let us know in the comments. The wisdom of the Stoics reminds us that understanding is an ongoing journey. Today's insights are just stepping stones on our collective path of growth. If you value this pursuit of knowledge, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Together, let's keep learning and growing.